Welcome back, everybody, to Late Night at the Movies on the Late Night Chat Network, your first stop for pop culture talk. I'm your host, Nico, and joining with me today, we got our co-host, JT.
Well,
And Mr. Cool Breeze himself, who's doing quite well in the playoff pool now.
I didn't change my name. That's still from the football stuff.
Mr. Rob, our co-host from Late Night Chat and an occasional sports show, whenever they feel like doing it.
Yeah. I didn't even realize the name was still. That was from the last episode.
That's okay. You're Mr. Cool Breeze, man. Yeah. Listen, your Saints are not in the playoffs, but that's okay.
They were nowhere. Although they did pick it up at the end. They won 5 straight at the end.
They did. They were doing good at the end.
Except for the very last game, but they did much better. Once they switched the quarterback, they were much better.
I have no teams left. I don't know who I'm rooting for right now.
It's crazy.
After the Bills got taken out, I was like, all right, well, I don't know who I'm rooting for now, honestly.
I know. Yeah. I mean, even with Denver, with Knicks going down, like it's crazy.
Slim pickings.
Yeah, man. It's gonna
be but yes, today we are doing our annual basically what our year-end media reviews have turned into now that we've kind of, ever since we've ended Late Night Chat, we've pivoted in terms of the pop culture content. And we've been doing, Late Night at the Movies. Of course, I hope you guys check out that show. That's where we cover a lot of films like we watch, we all make individual picks. But Rob is probably one of our other big TV watchers here on the channel, so we figured we'd get him to join us here for this discussion here today. And we separated this from our top 10 favorite movies list that we also recorded the other day as well. So make sure to go back in the feed and check that out. By the time this drops, it should be already out or just around the corner. And you can check that out. Also, you can check out our newest Late Night at the Movies episode where we did Stand By Me, which was JT's last pick. We rewatched that. Of course, rest in peace to Rob Reiner, who directed that film. We recently talked about that, which was a very timely pick that he picked before all this unfortunate news happened about his passing and what all that entailed. But it was good to talk about that movie. So just make sure to check that out, like and subscribe. We do movie trailer reactions, all kinds of great stuff. But this is some of my favorite shows that we do all year, though, is when we do these top 10 lists, when we give you, all our favorite things that, we get to talk about it, all our favorite things we've watched throughout the year and really just celebrate movies or TV or, we used to do music and stuff like that when we used to do the media reviews. So, always a lot of fun. So, Rob, thanks for joining us for this one. I appreciate it.
No worries. I appreciate you letting me come on this one. I like it. Like I said, TV, I do watch a lot of. So, and there are a lot of great shows out there right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then hopefully, like I said, you can kind of join us now and then talk about TV. Throughout the year, because I know we kind of wanted to get more TV coverage going as well. Speaking of TV, one more plug I did want to mention quickly. Me and JT and Christina are back at it again, covering Game of Thrones, the new spinoff show, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Rob, I know you're not really into that stuff, but you might like the tone of this show. Quite honestly, it's very funny. I
hear it's good, but I can't. It's just I have a hard time with anything like
fantasy based.
Old school not even fantasy, because there's a few fantasy ones that you guys have got me on to, like Gen V, The Boys, Stranger Things, stuff like that. But it's just it has to do anything to do with like dragons and I don't know, like the old like fighting on the horseback and all that.
Here's the thing, though. I'm kind of similar, but this is the show. Honestly, it's about a lot of other things other than that. Like they're not, especially this one, because this one's just about a guy who's like faking it until he makes it, like trying to be a knight. Like it has nothing to do with dragons. It has nothing to do with like it. Basically, this season is introducing this new character. It's very funny so far, and it's about him trying to become a knight, and he's like this guy that's kind of hopeless. Honestly, I don't know. And there's like there's a tournament. There's like a jousting tournament that he's entering. It's pretty great so far. The first episode in it.
Maybe I'll check out the first episode or whatever. Just give it a quick watch and just see if it's something I can get into.
Honestly, if you watch the first 5 minutes, I think you would like it. We were all very surprised because this show has gone with a completely different tone than other shows have gone, in Game of Thrones. So So yeah, check back in with us, guys. If you like Game of Thrones, week to week, we're actually recording those episodes live with Christina a couple of days after the episodes air. Really exciting stuff. We're really just happy to be back at it and talking Game of Thrones again. And we'll be back for the summer, of course, with House of the Dragon season 3 after a 2-year goddamn wait. I'm sure talking about some of these shows and the waits, as you guys know. Some of these shows and the waits that that follow as a result of being a fan of them. So. But
it makes it really, makes you want to. It's anticipating some of these new shows too that are coming, right? So
yeah, but sometimes they make you wait too damn long, and then you have to, it's just that you almost forget all about them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially when they're going through puberty and stuff, right?
That's a Stranger Things joke. There you go. How long was that? 3 years? I think that has like the longest wait, I feel like, in between seasons.
It feels like it, yeah.
Oh, there's other ones that we're still waiting for.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
yeah,
you would know all about that. I'm sure you have like a big schedule on your wall somewhere in your house. That's the one thing you schedule in your life is watching television.
TV.
Actually, I don't even schedule that. That one just falls into place. Right?
Oh, jeez.
So
Oh,
at the end of the night, when everyone stops talking to him, you can sit there and watch hours of television.
That's right. That's exactly it. And then he's like,
all right,
hey, watch that.
Listen, this is my 3rd day of podcasting with this guy. I gotta bust his balls at this point.
No shit, I can imagine. Yeah,
I've been pulling double duty this week, man, between all the shows. This is literally my 5th show recording this week. It's insane.
Wow.
So, yeah,
that's crazy.
It's like COVID times all over.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
It's been a long time.
Actually, it's funny because I had a memory thing come up on Facebook. I guess when it was 4 years ago today, we did
the country battle.
The country battle.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that was the classic Chris moment on that one, wasn't it? Was that one of his rare?
Yeah,
that was. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what?
With those battles, man, I love.
Anytime I had a battle with Chris, it was a pisser, man. It was an absolute pisser. That guy is just too funny, man. He kills me.
Well, as the rounds went on, he would just get drunker,
more hammered, and then it was just like.
He's like, whatever. These are opinion spots.
They don't know anything about music.
Oh,
those
they don't know what they want.
Those were good times.
Who won that battle? That's the one you won, right, Rob?
Rob won. Yeah. And again, you guys can check out all of those. We have over 1,000 videos in our playlist here on the Late Night Chat Network. All kinds of great stuff that we've done, and we really have run the gamut of all kinds of different types of things that we've covered and talked about and have done. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So
just quickly, I know it's off topic, but quickly, because you reminded me when you said about all the different things you guys did the hot one takes. Did you try those sauces I gave you?
Not yet. I have them though. Yeah, I'm gonna have them. I haven't had anything that I want to put hot sauce on yet.
Fair.
But I will. I'll have to get back to you about that.
But that's another one. Is the hot? Check out that one. That's a great video, man.
That was a lot of fun.
Hot takes. Yeah.
Shout out to Lewis. Really.
Yeah.
And Christine who kind of
helped
with that. Yeah. And most of all, Julie.
That was great camera work. Yeah.
If you ever see any of these graphics, including our intro here today, all this kind of stuff, it's all because of Julie. Yeah, she really keeps this the channel going and looking good in that regard. Yeah, absolutely. So,
sorry about that. I just, like I said, I got off topic. I just was wondering whether you tried them or not and how hot they are.
Yeah, I will let you. What's the one called? Like Ghost Anus or something like
some
that?
Stupid thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Ghost.
Yeah. It's friends of mine that make their own hot sauce.
These hot sauces always have wild names on them.
Oh, I know.
It's true, crazy. Right? So it's just crazy. Like what? It's like the craziest name. You're like, why would anybody want to subject themselves?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm that guy though. I'm just like, bring it on. Let's try that hot sauce, right?
Bring it on. Just pour it on, baby.
All right. So without further ado, I guess we can start getting into our honorable mentions. Maybe we'll start with Rob and then we'll go around. We're gonna end on JT, who I think is still writing out his list as we speak.
I'm adding some more honorables. I'm just putting them in order.
All right. You know you can only put so many honorables. I'm just letting you know. 5? You're going to put 5? I said 3.
Okay, 3.
All right.
We'll put 3.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you guys want to go 5, I have it. Do you guys?
Well,
Have
I mean,
five?
I don't have to talk about them really that much. I mean, the
Okay,
bottom
we'll go
ones.
five.
But
We'll
if you
go
want
five.
to, if we're talking about
We'll-
a
we'll-
little bit of the honorable mention,
We'll follow the JT, the TV god over here. Yeah, all right. So 5. Well, but very, yeah, like you said, we'll make them quick. Yeah, we'll talk about 5. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jay.
JT,
Your wish is
oh,
granted.
God.
Your wish is granted. All right.
so surprisingly, and this actually surprised myself, but coming right in at like number 11, if you want to say, or the first honorable mention, is Tulsa Kings for me. It really slipped a lot because I think last year I had Tulsa Kings. Right,
I was about to say you really like that show.
I did, but you know what? The last season it kind of slid a little bit, and the stuff that I've been watching lately, it's been beating it, right?
Yeah.
So I had Tulsa Kings.
So that just slipped out of the top 10, is what you're saying. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going to go to 11 to 15 here with the honorables.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that was Wednesday.
I didn't watch season 2 yet.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
No,
it actually wasn't bad, but again, there's just so many other good shows out there right now. And I really wanted to have it in the top 10, but I couldn't do it. So, and this is just more of a, I don't know, guilty pleasure one, but Only Murders in the Building. So
I'm behind on that show. I do like it, but I'm in the season still. I think I'm like 2 seasons behind. They put those out quick. I think
they do.
I think I'm in the season with Meryl Streep still.
Okay, well she's in the new one too, Meryl Streep.
Okay, no, but like the first one that she's in,
very first,
he dies at the start of the season. Yeah. Spoilers, but it's old right now at this point. So what are they, like 2 seasons ahead at this point, right? Are they like season 5 or?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. You're right though. They do pump them out faster for some reason.
I'm surprised at that. I mean, it's good for fans of the show, but
sure.
I feel like I think the one I'm talking about that I'm on is like the 3rd season. I think I'm just about to wrap that one up, but I keep dropping off of it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Are the mysteries still good though at this point? Like
they're actually not bad. They're still actually really grabs you. Like it's very interesting. And like I said, again, I had a hard time because I really do enjoy watching this, but for me, it's kind of one of those slapstick kind of, like some of it's like that goofy, typical Steve Martin Short, Right. I watch it more for Selena Gomez, to be quite honest with you.
She's good in it. Yeah.
She is good. It's easy on the eyes too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was that one, and then I guess after that would just be Gen V again. Normally that one was in my top 10, but I wasn't. It was the last season was okay, but just I don't know. I find that it's kind of slipping a little bit.
Yeah.
For me, and then just White Lotus.
So White Lotus in at 15. Interesting. Yeah. Did you not like this season?
I didn't mind it. I don't know. I mean, it was good. It was definitely watchable. It wasn't one of those ones where I was like, yeah, I can watch it whenever. I did want to continue to watch it, but I didn't think it was as good as the first couple, but that's
still
good
about that show. It's like every season's a new cast. Yeah,
exactly.
So, I quite like that show, so that's why I was interested to hear what you had to say about this last season.
See, I have a hard time with what's her name? Polly or whatever the hell her name is, the mother that was there.
I love her.
What's her name? Oh, I can't stand her, man. I couldn't stand her in Dazed and Confused either. I just
I like her. Okay, that's fair. If that's a deal breaker,
and that's kind of made it slip a little bit.
No, like that lady.
Yeah. Oh man, No, not my cup of tea, that chick. So that kind of ruined it for me a little bit. But other than that, it was it was good. I liked. I always forget dude's name though. The one that.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The
one that wanted to go kill the owners of the.
I'm forgetting his name right now too.
I just heard a podcast with him on Smart List.
No, he's good. It's
he is really good.
Walton Goggins.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. Yeah. He's good in that. I like him, man. He was great in Sons of Anarchy. He was funny. But
Parker Posey is who you're talking.
Parker
about.
Posey. That's a
I like her. So
So, but that was the issue I had was with
fair.
her in that one. But yeah, definitely Goggins was.
He's great.
Yeah,
he's great. Absolutely.
So, but those are unfortunately the ones that just unfortunately didn't quite make my list of 10.
Okay. What didn't make my list here? What do I got? So I got Black Rabbit. Didn't make my top 10. I really like.
Was that in 2025?
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay, well there's one I forgot then because I love Black Rabbit.
I enjoyed it and I like him.
Peter Sutherland?
No, not Keith Sutherland. He's not the one that's in it.
What am I thinking of then? Maybe it's not the one I'm thinking of then.
No, it's Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
And Jude Law.
Oh, my bad. Yes.
Their brothers running around.
You're right.
And they're trying to
you know what? I did see that. I did like that. So yeah, that kind of just screws my list up, but oh well. I forgot about it.
I like Jason Bateman's stuff. I usually like him. I was a big Ozark fan. I think I really enjoy when he does dramatic stuff, but I feel like there wasn't anything like new from him in this. Like he kind of just felt like a character that he's played many times. And Jude Law, it was interesting kind of seeing him in this, like playing off of him, and it was an interesting story. But then I kind of just felt like they really stretched it out in terms of the storyline. It was just like for a while there, like he kept getting into shit and kept like escaping like the situation and then putting himself into more shit. And it kind of like, it was one of those shows that it's true. Once you started watching it, you kind of had to keep watching it because you had to like figure out what was going to happen next. But then sometimes by the end, you just feel a little left unsatisfied. And I feel like maybe that's where you were going with the White Lotus finale as well, because it was really exciting watching it week to week. But then if you really kind of take a step back and look at kind of how things unfolded at the end, some things let me down too in terms of the storyline there in that season, right? So
fair.
So Black Rabbit was there.
One I forgot.
Then I actually got a split one here. I got Stick and Platonic here, both comedies. Stick, which was Owen Wilson's, he was like a golfer, like a retired golfer who like got shamed out of the league because he kind of screwed up, he had like a bunch of issues, and he basically had to leave the league and kind of stop being a professional golfer. And this is basically about his comeback, but instead of him golfing, he's teaching a young up and comer kid that he realized was like the next like Tiger Woods or something. You know what I mean? And he felt like he had talent. So he kind of attached himself to it. Really nice, heartwarming show. Honestly, it was funny. It was really good. Mark Maron was on it as a supporting character as well. I thought he was really good in it. Did you watch it, Jay? Stick? It was on Apple TV.
Yeah,
it was one of the
in there. I think the kid now he's in something else too. Now he's playing in. I think he's doing some other stuff, some other sports stuff too. I don't know if that one's going to actually come back as a new season and then like a following season.
Yeah.
But I seen it. It was great. He had that fucking drive of like 300 fucking feet or something like that. 300 yards.
It kind of fit like the absence of Shrinking. I felt like it's like a good feel good show like that, honestly, which I quite liked.
Well, it's kind of like a little depressing and feel good at the same time, right?
Yeah,
it throws you a little bit of curveballs.
And then Platonic, that's like Seth Rogen show that he does with Rose Byrne that came back with another season this year. I think it's also an Apple show, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the one that like no one talked about. Everyone talked about the studio. They're fucking cleaning up in terms of the awards this year.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't even heard of the studio.
I haven't even watched that one. Yeah,
you haven't? Oh, I'm the only one here that's watched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was good, but this Platonic is also really good too. It's about like him and this Rose Byrne, who's like a friend of his, like since like high school or whatever, reconnecting in their later adult life. And I really enjoyed the first season. And again, I just feel like it's one of these ones no one talks about that I really, really liked. It's another good feel good comedy. I felt like this is a big surprise for me. This one, I think it's season 3 this year, if I'm not mistaken already. Maybe it's 2. Let me just double check, but that's Severance.
Really?
I did
season 2.
Season 2, yeah.
Season 3 is coming.
Yeah.
I did not like this season as much as
the
first season. Yeah, it's just like
I found that really interesting.
Well, I mean, listen, your opinions may vary on it, right? But I just like some of the interesting stuff that kind of, like mysteries that were in the first season that carried over to the second season. I just don't feel like there was a couple of dud episodes, like episodes I just didn't outright like that much. And then other stuff where it just got too weird and unexplainable at points where I needed something to kind of keep me going throughout the season. But then I will say the ending was amazing. The last episode was fantastic. I just have to base it as a whole, though, on the whole season. In the middle there, it really dropped off for me. There was a couple of episodes where they kind of started going outside like the world of the building, where I just like, and then there was that one where they took the retreat trip, which was like weird, but then it led to some interesting stuff. It was like, I still liked it. That's why I think I put it at number 13. Like, so it kind of almost made the top 10, but it just, it didn't cut it this year.
Mr. Very, very sneaky, very, very sneaky.
Yes. And then coming in at 11, I got Tire season 2. I love Shane Gillis, the comedian, and this is his comedy that he has on Netflix. Tire season 1 was a big success, and he came back with a second season this year. And again, just like a really good comedy. I think that I'm gonna have a lot more comedies than the both of you, because I know you guys watch a lot more dramas, but nowadays there's not really comedy in movies that much. Like, you find comedy in like movies unexpectedly, like dramas that are just funny now. So and when it comes to television, I kind of seek out good comedies still that are out there by certain people. And this guy's a comedian. It's about him working at a tire store in Philadelphia, and really good. Like, he writes it and helps to produce it and stuff like that. Like, so it's with his buddy who directs it. Really good. And then coming in at number 11, just didn't make the cut. It's The Chair Company season 1. This show is wild. This show, did you see this, Rob?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm not sure if it's the same one I'm thinking of, but explain it.
It's Tim Robinson, the another like comedic actor. He used to be in SNL, and he had that he had like sketch comedy shows on Netflix and stuff, which I never really got into his comedy all too much. And it's definitely like a very specific type of humor, which not everything hits, but when it does, again, very strange, weird comedy. But this show, I think, is the best thing that I've seen him do so far. Me and Jay actually went to see his film this year with Paul Rudd called Friendship, which it was okay. It was good. But I wish I loved it more. We were really excited for it, but I haven't rewatched it yet to that point. So maybe it'll be better now on a second watch, because I get his humor a bit more. But this Chair Company, it's about a guy who falls down like a conspiracy hole. It is in the middle of this huge conspiracy of like shit happening after he's in a meeting, an important meeting, and a chair breaks on him, and he gets embarrassed in front of a bunch of people, like his coworkers in the meeting. And then he has to figure out why the chair broke. What's up with the chair? Where was it made? Where did it come from? And then he just spirals out and goes into the middle. He's in the middle all of a sudden at the end of the season of this like widespread conspiracy that like crosses the country, and like all these people are involved, and like, and it just goes, it's so ridiculous.
Interesting. I have to look into that one.
Oh man, it's so funny. It probably would have made my top 10. It just didn't make my it just was made at number 11 because I'm still getting used to his humor. But honestly, I feel like it got renewed for a second season right away. I really ended up really enjoying it. But like, for instance, Christine didn't find it funny like I did. I think it's more guy humor from what I told, right? So like I was sitting there howling, and like there's just all these weird things that happen in it. You're like, why did that happen? Like, what was the point of that? Like, I
find that a lot though, with because some of the stuff I think is hilarious. Mish is like, she's just looking at me going, "What? There's nothing funny about this." I'm like, I know, it was hilarious.
But that's the thing, you gotta like it, right? You gotta want to like it.
Yeah. So shout out to the Chair Company. There you go. So all right, go ahead, Jay, with your 5. I did 15 to 11 with that. With my
I should have done that. I should have gone.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, but those were my honorable mentions here. Okay, go ahead, Jay. We're counting.
We're counting. All right. So we're gonna bring in. I'm gonna bring in at number 15. I'm gonna bring in my favorite show. Is my guilty pleasure. One of my guilty pleasures, but with The Resident Alien. That was a season that premiered. This is and they come out consistently. They've been. This is about the. I think it's going to go into the third. Just finishing the third season. This one was this year, and that's with what's his name? Peter, not Tuduk. Is it Peter Tuduk? If I'm not mistaken, that's the blonde guy.
Tuduk.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and it's a great show. So it's just an alien show. Like a guy crashes onto the planet, and the alien crashes onto the planet and
Alan
takes
Tudyk,
over a person.
Alan Tudyk.
Alan. It's Alan. Yeah.
Okay.
But he yeah, he lands on the Earth. He takes over this doctor's body to kind of blend into the thing, but he has no idea how to become a human, right? Like it's a totally different sort of species. And there's this one kid that can see him, and it's just a really feel good laugh, having a great time.
Okay.
If you just want to cleanly, I like to call these throwaway ones as like palate cleansers and stuff like that when you're really anticipating other shows.
Sure.
I think Nico, if I'm not mistaken, said it wouldn't do more than a season or something like that. It's still got the 3 out of it, and it keeps coming. He's got a really weird
it got
following.
canceled, and it had to find a new home. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, they bounced around. It was one of those shows that it kept bouncing around to different networks, right? Because it started at Sci-Fi, or it is on Sci-Fi now? Like it bounced around.
It's Sci-Fi. Is at Hulu. I get it through Hulu.
Yeah,
right?
it was one of those
comes
shows
through
that got
Sci-Fi, Hulu.
canceled.
Yeah.
It got canceled, and then it found like it had such a good like fan base.
Cult.
Yeah.
They had a cult
following.
following in a weird way,
So
No,
that
that's cool.
somebody else picked it up.
right?
That's cool that when that happens, I'm all for that. Yeah.
Yep.
good
Well, you
stuff.
know what? It's nice too when somebody will pick up the show, right? When they think there's still more to it, maybe they can, if they can maybe either revamp it or squeeze the whatever's left out of it. You know what I mean? They tend to do that a lot with television right now, and I think even to this date, I think television right now, prime television is in really good competition with television. Sorry, with movies as well.
Okay.
I'd like to say I haven't seen an era of television like this probably, or heard of an era of television like this since the 80s and early 90s when they had a lot of sitcom television on and stuff like that.
There is a
right?
lot.
And you had a lot.
Well, this level of television didn't exist in the 80s though, because
No, you couldn't pull this off. Yeah.
This is prestige. This is prestige TV shows now, as they call them, like the
Yeah.
ones that are
Yeah.
kind of meant
H-
That's why there's so
like
many sites right now. You can watch different things.
for that too. Yeah.
The thing is that those prestige ones were very far and few from because of the limited
HBO was the only one doing it
companies.
for a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
HBO, or unless like it was like they would do a mini series sometimes for TV. Like
For TV.
that was the only time like you would see like special event television shows like that. Like
You wouldn't see these MGMs and these Paramounts and all that having their own streaming service with now television and Apple, since Apple decided to get into television.
I had to rock my shirt of the best TV show ever here today.
Yeah, Sopranos.
And that's probably still one of the highest ranked, like most viewed searches. Like if you want to rewatch stuff, I noticed that on stuff that I go on. It is. It's probably one of the most rewatched. I think I've watched it one time. I mean, I know
I've rewatched The Sopranos like 4 times. It's like the one I keep going back to. Yeah,
I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh my god,
I know.
That's what we need to do. That's long overdue.
Yeah.
Like we've been talking about
Soprano
a rewatch of The Sopranos on because that's the one show where we can honestly. There's so many people that we can get on that show that have watched that show. Like
I haven't even seen it. I've been wanting to see it, and I keep putting it off just because there's so many seasons.
Yeah,
and it's such a commitment.
Honestly, though, once you get into it, though, you're not going to be able to stop, Rob. I'm telling you. Like I've watched it. Like it's just easy. It's comfort food at this point. Like it's just easy watching. So
yeah. So now I'm at number 14. I'm gonna throw in there Shoresy season. I think that's 2 to this season that came out this year. That one, I swear to you guys, it's it's the comedies that you're going to hear from me right now too, as well as Nico's, because comedy is something that I like to change to every little while to cleanse my palate, as opposed to watch it as consistent throughout the day. Sometimes I'll watch an episode or 2 or something, like a renowned show, and then you'll need something to watch in between just to kind of give you like a refresher. But Shoresy, Jared Leto, there he is phenomenal of an actor. I don't know why nobody likes him.
Jared Leto's on the show.
No, Leto. I always mix up his fucking name, man. I always mix up his name. It's similar. No, it's very similar. His name. Sure, the fuck is his name?
I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna just do quick, because I always mix him and Jared Leto, because it's kind of like that same fucking in that same. Well, it's Jared Kesso. That's it. That's what messes
Jared
me up.
Kesso. Jared Kesso. Yeah.
Queso.
Yeah.
Queso. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know how. I've never actually heard it said before by anybody.
It
right?
looks like Queso.
So,
There's two E's.
yeah.
I don't know.
So there's a good Canadians like Sudbury show. I know people like to make jokes about it. It's just another, Trailer Park Boys wannabe, right? But I mean, we can't talk about Trailer Park Boys now anymore.
This year, it was this was Shoresy. You said,
yeah,
season 5 was
5. Yeah. So this is now he's gone past his hockey career, and now he's got to kind of be the coach, right? Be the leader.
Yeah.
So the little one-liners, the little snippets that they do, and you could tell it's so Canadian because you got like a Sudbury but French Canadian sort of type accent out there because they like to play hockey in the French, and you go all the way down to Oshawa, and then they bring it into the reserves, which is fucking crazy.
My apologies. Season 4 came out early 2025, but season 5 they just dropped a couple of episodes around Christmas. It says here, so yeah. But I guess you're talking more about season 4, obviously. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, that's how it starts leading up into season 5, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's also like the same character that's in the Letterkenny episodes. If people ever watch those, there's like 15 seasons of those. And once I started watching this, I went back and binge watched that, and that's just as if anybody wants to figure that out, they can check that out. But that's just where that comedy is. I know, Rob, I've been trying to fucking get him to watch it because it's.
I'm with you, Rob. I'm one of those people. Yeah. I'm one of those people that doesn't really like those CBC comedy.
No, I'm not. I can't. I'm not.
The only one I've watched really has been Schitt's Creek. That's the only one I got.
Same here. That's the only one I've watched.
Even then, it took me a while to like that show.
It did. You're absolutely right.
The first season I did not like, and then I think we threw it on during the pandemic, and we ended up watching it because we were just like, okay, we need something new to watch. So, but I mean, Jay's not alone. I know a lot of people that.
I know there is too. Yeah, for me, it's not my cup of tea, man. I can't handle that.
No. Yeah.
No, they honestly, who likes it? Peter, actually.
Sure.
Okay. He's a big fan of it. Me and him sit there and gawk over or throw those one-liners out to
I
each
can
other.
see that. He has bad taste.
Yeah.
He's a hillbilly.
Well, that's where I was going with it. It wasn't so much about the bad taste. I was like,
I use the word you throw around a lot. That's why I'm throwing it out there. Like that's something that you would say.
He is a hillbilly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're sitting there watching it with your fucking Tim Hose. Oh yeah,
Hey, Oh, dude.
Or cheddar cheese by it.
This is the thing. He asks a question, and before you're able to reply, he goes like, say, "Hey, Nico, what's the color of your room over there? Huh?" And he'll say, "Huh," just before they start. Right. So he kind of throw the person off before it even comes.
Number 13.
Yeah. With number 13, I'm gonna go Murderbot. Was the Skarsgård brother.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it was a little short. Five. What do you call it? 5
episode?
No, half-hour episode. Sorry, not 5, but a short season. It was interesting. It's people they end up becoming essentially these robots for the government. Like they're designed to do one thing, but they can die and be rebuilt and just come and be reprocessed again. It's just like it's like having infinite lives in a video game.
Oh wow! Okay.
Right. So that was a very interesting one because these Skarsgård brothers are all flying around everywhere in TV shows and movies lately. It's unbelievable, really. I like it. I enjoy that kind of stuff. So, and those characters as those guys, as a family as a whole, right? So that was one brought up by Apple, and it was only the first season that came out this year, right? So I'm hoping that they renewed it. I haven't really looked too far into if they renewed it. I don't like to kind of go.
You like to be surprised.
To get in there.
Yeah,
I do like to be surprised. I like the anticipation of just you know, I like these. Once in a while, I like those episodes, those series that you can binge watch the whole thing. It's all that comes out in one shot.
You know what?
But
Not
lately,
everything
more and
needs,
more,
like,
I think slowly.
too. Yeah, there's been very good shows sometimes that just have like one season and that's it.
Oh yeah.
But there's few and far between. I find now if they produce something now that's successful, like they start pumping them out sometimes, right? So like it doesn't always need that many seasons. So.
No, and that's the thing. Like these are like I said, half-hour episodes, easy watches, if interesting watches. To just see that something like this could kind of be possible. Really, when you think about it, it's like a 3D printing machine. Really, to be honest, it's just they somehow have your soul stored.
Yeah.
But the body comes up the same. It's like okay, try again. You're doing. They have certain people for specific things.
It's like Groundhog Day.
It's more like I guess like I would think maybe like a sci-fi thriller in my eyes.
Yeah.
In that sense, it could be considered something else, a certain type of genre. But yeah, so that one I'm gonna throw in there for my 13. Number 12. Another fun one I like to watch just to cleanse my palate is Big Mouth. That one had a serious season. That season 8 came out this year, early on in the year. That one I like to do. It's a Nick Kroll animated cartoon style, animated adult cartoon. Sorry if I should say it's an adult animated cartoon. And it's always funny. It's always been funny. It's about hormone monsters. It's about growing up. It's about, in a sense of what you felt like at that age, if you ever remember being a teenager and fighting those hormone demons, knowing when you're going to grow a zit, figuring that kind of shit, everything from growing a zit to, them talking about, they're getting their first period or getting laid their first times. So it really is. I don't know how many seasons it's going to keep continuing with. If it keeps getting the ratings, it's got some spin-offs like Human Resources, which is like the, where they place these hormone monsters and with which kid, which teenager. Which is pretty kind of cool. It's kind of like it's its own little business company going on the side. Wow. So great watch for anybody who just wants to sit there and binge a little bit.
Netflix too, right? Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So, and that's number 12 for me. So I say, you know what? Take a look, check it out, and see what you guys think. And at number 11 now, I got Fallout 2.
You watch that show, eh? Yeah, I never got into
that. I fucking love it, bro.
Speaking of Walton Goggins, he's in that as well.
Oh, is he?
And Ella Purnell, who used to be on Yellow Jackets, who got killed off, who's great. I like her a lot. I mean, I know why Jay likes her. I mean, as do I. She's really good, though. She is really good. But it's based on a video game, like that show. So,
it is.
Yeah.
I actually just found out about the video game. Like, I knew it was a video game, but they usually a guy nerded out to me at work today, and because I said, you watch the Fallout, and he's like, and he started telling me about the game and how the game works. Now it kind of makes sense. And I'm saying, wow, these guys are taking all these little things, and he's like, he's telling me how they're hinting off stuff in the game. And it's like a big role-playing game, and they're actually doing which is surprising, is that they're doing video games now that they have not. Sometimes they figure out they got nothing else to write. But now you're basing movies or TV shows off of a video game series, right? Which is always, I thought, been an amazing idea. Because to be honest with you, all these RPG games and stuff like that, I know I don't play a lot of them, but I know some people like more when you used to be able to read it. I don't know about Nico, like when you used to be able to read the lines instead of having it just played out like a movie for you. No?
I don't get into RPGs. I mean, they're great, but the problem with those games is they require a lot of time. Like I like just jumping on and like playing for an hour and then like just leaving it. You know what I mean? Like these games, you need to be very invested in them in terms of like actually beating those games. Like you can't just go on and shoot some people and then put it down. Like, you really gotta grind it out, like, and play a lot of that game to be able to beat it. So like, and there's
always upgrades and mods apparently.
Yeah, and the show's very popular too. I heard a lot of fun casting this year. I heard Macaulay Culkin was on this season. I heard, and Kyle MacLachlan was on this season. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting people that popped up. I know I should watch it.
MacLachlan plays a fucking, and you can. Those are another one. Those are another easy like short episodes. Like you can get them on Prime, so they're great, man. They're fun to watch. I didn't realize like I watched season 1 thinking, because I watched Twisted Metal and all that crap, right, too, and those ones are good ones too, right, as well, and I didn't realize how good video games.
Well,
I understood it from one of my other picks. I don't want to go too far into it.
They're not all good. They're not all good, but I mean, like,
no, but I mean,
this is what Walton Goggins looks like. Rob in it.
He's the best, bro. He's the best character. I love.
He looks like his face is all wasted away. He has like no nose and like because it's basically in the aftermath of a nuclear fallout. That's why it's called that, I believe, right? Like that's why he's like that. Am I
a nuclear fallout? A nuclear fallout. Right. Like you're still trying to figure out like why they did it. Like we kind of know why in a sense, but we don't know. It's not the whole. It's a essentially somebody a daughter sort of looking for her father that was taken from her before this whole underground shelter bunkers and stuff.
You know who's a big fan of that game, but back when it first came out, because the game's kind of old now, like it's been around a long time. Chris was a big fan of that game. He played it. I wonder if he's been watching the show. Actually, he didn't talk about it. I've never played the game, so I don't know, but that's good. It's a very popular show. It's very popular.
You would think it could be a video game. Not just a video game, but you would think it could be a comic too as well. Like it plays out sort of like that too.
I'm gonna write it down.
I think you would appreciate it, Nico. Like just for, because it brings kind of almost encounters both, like the comic style and then also the video game style. And I know you've played big video games in that sense, right? Because you have the newer video game equipment, but some of these guys are. This guy at home, he was a gamer, right? Like on the computer.
At the end of this, I'll have to tell you guys like the big shows that came out this year that I didn't get a chance to watch, because I think that will kind of help explain maybe why I didn't pick some of these. But I figured if you guys mention it, I didn't get to check that one out, right? So. All right, cool. So that's all of our honorable mentions there right now.
I got one more. I think we go to 10 or we're staying at 10. Yeah,
10 is for your top 10. Yeah. Right. So we'll just swing it back over to Rob now that we've mentioned our honorable mentions. And Rob, why don't you hit us with your number 10 and we'll go around like our number 10 and number 9, 10 down to 1. Go ahead.
So my number 10 was The Institute.
I didn't watch it.
No,
Jay, I know, really enjoyed it.
It was. Yeah, he got me. Yeah, he was the one who got me into it, and you know what? I have to admit, I quite enjoyed that. That was something else, man. Yeah.
I'm sure I would too. It's like it's a school for kids that have like telekinesis and stuff like that, right? Yeah. Okay, I need to watch it. Christina has the book. She picked it up this year.
Okay.
But and Jay was telling me about it when it came out, but I've yet to watch it. Is it just a limited series? Like, is it like 8 episodes or something like that?
It is, but I'm not sure. It looks like they might be doing a season 2. I'm not, because the way they left it, it's possible. But again, I don't know. But even if they leave it the way it's at right now, it was actually still a good ending, whether it be a cliffhanger or whether. Or whether they actually end it that way. But no, it was the more and more you get into it, then you see exactly what it's really all about. It's quite interesting, man. I thought I really quite enjoyed it. Like I said, it beat out other ones that I normally would have in there, which would be, like the Tulsa Kings and the Wednesday and stuff like that I normally would have in my top 10. And it came in right at number 10. Like it was
nice.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, another one added to the list. I just put it down. And this is why you got to listen to these shows, guys. This is a great way if you've missed stuff throughout the year, especially in the realm of TV, because there's like thousands of television shows these days that you can that everybody's like telling you to check out. There's a lot of good things could slip past you, honestly. So that sounds good. That's it was a huge year for Stephen King adaptations in shows and television. Television and movies. Let me tell you, we did our top 10 movies, and it was peppered throughout. Like you could see all the different movies that were picked throughout our honorable mentions and top 10s that were Stephen King adaptations this year. It was, and we didn't even say them all. Like there was more that we didn't even talk about. Right? It's crazy. Yeah. So, very polarizing creator to say the least. Right?
It is, and it's just another mini novella. It's nothing crazy. It's another side story.
No, it's not. It's a full.
No,
novel.
It's a full meltdown.
It's a thick novel.
Oh yeah, that's the one where because I'm listening to it I was listening to it as well. I think, and it actually plays out pretty well. If I'm not if I remember correctly, it plays out pretty lined up to they're playing it right now, pretty lined up to the actual audiobook, down to each detail of the character that they're bringing out and that they're introducing to you. Yeah. Right. Almost around the same timeline. I really think it's a better watch. Like a really good watch, and I can't wait. And the way they did leave it, it looks like it's going to get picked up again by someone else. They haven't completely confirmed it yet, but yeah, it takes sometimes 2 years to confirm these kinds of fucking shows nowadays.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. So coming in at number 10, I got Task season 1.
Okay.
It was really good. I just checked it out a couple of weeks ago. It was one of these shows that I've heard talked about a lot throughout the year. It got really good word of mouth on it. Almost to the point where I feel like it maybe got overhyped for me, but it still delivered. It's a really good cop drama. Mark Ruffalo stars in it as one of the main guys. He has like a task force, hence the name. Of people like FBI agent type situation where there's a lot of it's one of those twisty turny dramas where you don't know who's on the level. Like there's dirty cops involved and there's gang members that are maybe informants, and it kind of takes off from there. And the story is very unexpected and takes a lot of turns where I don't think you would. You don't really see it coming. It's really well written, and it's really well written in a way that I feel like you don't see a lot of these dramas are like the way it played out was just not you didn't see things coming from a mile away. It was really well done. So I think if I had some more time with it, even after having watched it may have went down my list a little bit further, but I just recently watched it, so it just kind of snuck in under the wire. Plus, if I'm going to be comparing this season that was very acclaimed this year compared to other cop dramas that I love, is it better than The Wire? Is it better that, you know what I mean? No, it's not, but it is really good. This is also one of those shows I don't know if it's getting a second season. I didn't look into it at all. It could just end here at the end of this season. Mark Ruffalo is really good in it, though. He as always, he does a great performance. And there's a lot of other actors I feel like that are that guy type actors that I've seen in other things, but I don't necessarily know who their names off the top of my head. But solid show, really good. Check it out. Sad moments as well. Definitely mixes the good cop drama. But he's a guy who's a task force agent who used to be a priest. So some fucked up shit happened to him in order to go that path in his life, right? So
I've seen it advertised, and I've been wanting to. I haven't had a chance again to check it out. There's just so much. It's only so much hours in the day that you can. But it is one that I definitely want to check out. So I'm glad that you
definitely worth checking out. Yeah, okay, I actually killed it on the trip to Windsor because the trip to Windsor is almost 5 hours on the train. So I watched. Yeah. I think it's 8 episodes. So I watched it. I watched half of it on the way up, and then I watched the other half on the way back, just on my tablet. Right. So I had a good time with that one. Okay. So, anyways, go ahead, JT. You're number 10.
So I went with a country drama, a Western thriller, like an action drama, and not like anybody thinks, and nothing like Yellowstone. It might take a place during that time and era, but it's American Primeval.
I didn't even heard.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, great Netflix series, came out in the beginning of the year, January, and it's about the old Midwest, and when people were coming over finally in 1857, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. So it's around that 1855 time frame, of like a Yellow Jackets. Yellowstone. I always mix those two up, man, for some reason.
Didn't that also have a spinoff that's called 18 something though?
55. 1855.
Okay.
Right, and then they have another one too. They have, I think, 1923 or so.
1923 is good. Yeah.
It's,
Isn't there one with Harrison Ford, and then there's one with Sam Elliott and all this
Yep.
kind of stuff?
Sam Elliott was the
Yeah.
1883. Harrison
Okay.
Ford was the 1923.
1923. Yeah. So, so this is following, and this is a lot more brutal because this is how people, the man and a wife, they're trying to, a man and a woman, and not necessarily wife, but they're trying to become something in this era of coming over into the new world. Like a lot of these people were coming from Europe and Poland and stuff like that. So they were trying to, and they were going across. This is trying to get your land and steal your land, and you had to watch out for bandits and stuff like that. And it was a really, really well done American Western, right?
Okay.
I think more exciting than Yellowstone. Maybe not going to have the longevity that put into it, but
Yeah.
I still think it's a good. There's creators is Mark Smith, and there's not really any big crazy names in it that I know of personally, but yeah, great, something nice to watch. It's easy. It was one of those early on in the year, you know, when you want to binge when there's nothing on in January, sort of thing, before everything starts coming out. Something you could watch on Netflix, right? So no shout out for Netflix, but yeah,
that's like American frontier times, essentially, right? Like I believe.
oh yeah, this is when they're claiming property and land in the Midwest, right, and all that stuff, and they were becoming.
Does it talk about oil at all in the show as well?
Not quite at that moment. Like it's talking more about just getting the land and being able to secure it as your own in that sense, right?
Okay.
And you have people coming out. This is like Wild West, like, you know, stand up, like shootouts in the middle of the street, sort of thing, right? Standoffs, stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. So I think you find everything from cults to you know, like I said, bank robbers. There's all kinds of fun little interesting things in there. So if anybody that likes, you know, Yellowstone, I'd suggest try something like this, a little different, goes off the grid, as maybe not being such a mainstream one, but yeah.
Nice.
So
okay.
That's number 10 for me.
Mr. Cool Breeze over there, Rob.
Okay, let's see. I had for number 9, I had The Bear. Again, normally it would probably be maybe a little bit further down, but there's just such lately this year, there's been a lot of good stuff that's come out. But and I found that this season of The Bear, like, it was good, but
season 4, right?
I think it is season 4, yeah. So it just I don't know, it still is up to the hype, which is good, you know, like with all the cooking, the cast is still fantastic. I really did enjoy. I mean, he is a great actor,
Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah. I mean, he was great in that movie too for Bruce Springsteen.
I haven't seen it yet. Was it good?
But I liked it. I thought it was great. I think he did a fantastic job in it. Like, it
almost
was.
It. Yeah.
Like, it was. I think you couldn't have asked for a better person to mimic Bruce. So, but yeah, as for The Bear, like I said, it just it's definitely getting a little bit more in depth, and like in reality, like in, you know what I mean? Seriousness.
They also have done like more episodes within the last couple of seasons where they're focusing on like characters in certain episodes, which they're really adding like a lot of character development to like everybody in the cast, essentially, like as a result, right? So, which has been, you know, and it's nice that you finally started seeing them succeed on some level this season, finally, after like 3 seasons of just failure out and like the anxiety riddenness of that.
And I mean, think about it. You look at some of that food that they were doing coming out, or they're like, I mean, it looked so like so fancy. You would wonder how could it not make it, right? But I guess they're just showing all the ups and downs of trying to actually start a restaurant from scratch, and not just your regular restaurant. I mean, they're obviously wanting to go high end, right? I mean, with the way everything is shown in it. But yeah, that was so I would say for number 9, the Bear, it just I could not have it in my top 10.
I agree. It's a great show. Yeah,
but it was more towards the end of the top 10.
I will say though, I think it was better than last season. I think last season it kind of dipped a little. It was last season 2. There was a season after the first one.
Yeah, there was one that was kind of
But it had like a couple of really good episodes, but otherwise it was just like more of the same. I felt like where this one, because of the way the story developed, it actually grew like a bit in terms of like my interest this past season.
And I found that this one also tugged a little bit more on the heartstrings too, like especially with his character and
his
and
mental
the mom, right?
that too, but just like his struggle from like a mental state type of like deal. Like they focused a lot on his mental health in this season. And he kind of always hinted that stuff was going on with him in the other seasons, but he wasn't actually taking a look at himself and being like, because he was in it, like he was trying to make the restaurant succeed, right?
Exactly.
But in this one, he kind of took a step back after his fucking breakdown the last
Yeah, exactly.
When he got stuck in that freezer or whatever. And it was just like, he kind of took a step back and it kind of seemed like he was starting to work on himself a bit more. And the development of the cousin character, his cousin,
I love that one.
That guy is fantastic.
He is absolutely 100%.
His character arc has been my favorite in the whole show. Like seeing how he's grown, like, and actually has gotten better at like his job. Yeah, he's great. Really good character, that guy.
No, 100%.
I really like this season for sure. So coming at my number 9, I put It Welcome to Derry season 1. This was great. I mean, it's again talking about Stephen King at a spin-off show, right?
I know.
I think the most impressive thing about this show is how they've been able to expand like the universe, this storyline essentially, by making this like a prelude, an origin of sorts for Pennywise, but also like a lead-in into the most modern films that we've had of this. For anybody that ended up finishing it, a little bit of a spoiler, or didn't finish it, a bit of a spoiler. I guess I should have said at the top of the show, but I don't know why you'd be watching this. You didn't want to get possibly
exactly.
Well, I know you guys want suggestions out there. We'll try to be, won't say too many reveals of the plot because there's only so much time we can get into these things. But that being said, it links up to the movies for anybody who's wondering out there, and in a fantastic way. I think. Otherwise, I think it was a good, solid show. It had some interesting scary stuff in it, like his manifestations of the fear monster, and like getting to learn more about his origins was very interesting, even though they somewhat talked about it in the It movies. But just the way that it led right into the other films, the more modern day films that they've done, and not only that, it actually brought in other characters from the Stephen King universe, like that one guy who's the character who works in the hotel in The Shining was the dude that was in the military. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he just things like that, and like reference of like Shawshank and stuff like that in this season. Very cool for any Stephen King fans out there.
No, absolutely.
And
it was a bit angering too. There's a couple of scenes that really would anger you.
Yeah.
For me anyway, it did.
Right.
Like the section where with the clubhouse, put it that way. I don't want to spoil like.
Oh yeah. I know what you're saying.
I mean, that was that was a little, and I know shit like that was done back in that day.
Sure. Yeah.
But it just was like, holy crap.
A little much, you think, what went down?
I don't think it was a little much. I mean, it is what it is, and that's the way.
Right.
Again, I think they're following probably to what it was back then.
Sure.
It's just when you think about it, you're just like, how can you even do something like that? You know what I mean? Like it just, but
I know
it was, it was definitely, it really set the tone for that.
I mean,
episode.
even having like the kids involved in some of those settings in this show, it was
100%.
kind of like ridiculous at times, but I feel like Stephen King stuff always pushes those boundaries a little bit in some of his material. sometimes, you know, some people, you know, don't like certain situations that the characters get into or what happens to them. I mean, if you, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but famously the original book, it is really fucked up at the end. They all end up having sex with a young girl in the original It. Do you ever hear about this? No. They are forced to basically have like an orgy. Yes, but that was never in any of the films, and it was something that is in the original novel. You got to remember, Stephen King had battled with alcoholism and a lot of things.
Oh shit! Yeah, that mind is a fucking
pills and all kinds of stuff, right? So he went to some pretty dark, fucking, you know, crazy places. Also, like there is a lot of like racial type stuff that he put in a lot of his books, a lot of racial, right? So
like you said, when you're sitting out in a cabin in Maine in the middle of freaking nowhere, drinking
in the cold, right, nothing else to do in the winter, drinking,
right. So anyways,
you're gonna think of murdering your family, you're gonna think about fucking, you know, oh dude,
that all
beating the shit out of somebody.
That all being said, it was a solid season, and I look forward to more from this world. I was really impressed with it because this is one of those things I normally would just breeze right past, despite my interest in it, just because I'm like, well, they've told those stories. What else are they gonna do, right? But I think they did a solid job.
I agree. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Jay. You're number 9.
My number 9, and I don't really want to put this in there because they really fucking let me down. But they're really starting to let me down with this series is because it did play in the beginning of the year, which was Yellow Jackets. I don't want to bring it up like in that sense of it being, I didn't want to put it in my top 10, but it fell in there because it is such a great show. But I'm kind of pissed off because it's taken so long to come back. It's another one that they still haven't really even confirmed a fucking date for.
There is one more season. They've confirmed the next season's the last season. They have confirmed it, and I do agree with you that they dropped the ball. But Jay, I do agree with you having it on your list in the sense that this season was way better than the last season was bad. Was bad. The second
this is the thing. They got us up here, and then they just left us hanging.
Yes.
You know, they do House of Dragons type of shit to us, and you know, Game of Thrones type of stuff to us.
I actually didn't even consider that for my list. It could have made my list. I really did like this season this year. I did, but I just, I didn't. The second season was bad. I almost didn't come back for the third, honestly. So I'm glad I did. But you like this clearly?
You had to hang on. Yeah, you had to hang on, and I think that's why maybe they were having the issues too, and figuring out what they were going to do with it because they had such, you know, 2 out of 3 seasons or whatever it was that they have here now. I think we're coming on to the 4th season, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
No, yes, the 4th season.
4th and final season. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, if they didn't have, they had 2 out of 3 good starts to, you know, when they sign on these big shows, they sign them on for like either a year contract to see what it's like, or they give them like a minor league deal, like 3 years, you know, at this, and here you can give us 3 seasons, see what you can give us, and then we'll see if we're going to renew you from there. And I think because they got that extra renewal for that one season, maybe it'll be played year by year, maybe it'll be picked up by somebody else. You never know. But this is another Apple TV like this. I hate to say it this year, and I hate to give Apple the props because they have the money, but yeah, for a spectacular year for one of them, they have a spectacular run since they've come out.
Absolutely,
because they have the money and they don't care. They'll throw it around.
I think they're the best streaming service out possibly right now in terms of the quality of their shows. Yeah. Really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, right? Yeah. So
okay, good stuff. How about you, Rob? You're number 8 now. I think we're on, right? Yeah,
number 8. I have actually there
you go.
Nice. So basically I know we just talked about it.
No, anything you want to add? Yeah, go ahead.
Same thing, like I said, well done. I actually haven't seen the original movie, but I did see the second movie, the remake, I guess, or whatever it was. So I mean, it was one thing I really never watched. So Mish wanted to watch it, and I thought, yeah, okay, I'll watch it too. And it was, like I said, it was definitely intriguing, way better than I thought it was going to be. And the fact that, like, with the kids and everything, and I thought it was great. You know, like I said, a few not anger, like where it's just it's that emotion that you have. It's just like like how can you even think about doing something like that, right? You know, like that kind of shit. But other than that, like I said, it kept me coming back each week to check out each episode, right? So I mean, I did like it, so that's why it's in there. That's why it's number 8.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
Yeah,
and honestly, it's interesting that I found it at home at HBO. I was kind of interested by that because that's not usually, I feel like, a show that I think, like, you know, not that they haven't done horror before, but I'm kind of surprised that's where it landed, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So I was okay with it, though. It was good.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, my number 8. So kind of like, I feel like maybe other than the top 5, top 6, where it's pretty solid, like I really enjoyed all those. And not to say the rest of the top 10 I didn't enjoy, but I feel like the second half of the top 10 that we're kind of in this territory right now, there's shows that I liked that didn't hit the mark that normally they would in some instances. Like I feel like these next couple of shows I'm going to mention in my list are like ones where they could have did it better than they did. Like there's some issues I have, either whether it be with story choices or them just dropping the ball and you know, in other regards. Because like, you know, like as we just talked about, sometimes these series that have 4 or 5 seasons, they have a series that's just not good for whatever reason. Like it just because they try to stretch these things out, right? So sometimes it's just they run out of ideas, like good ideas to kind of continue to tell these stories, which is why. What I don't like about the TV format in comparison to movies. I mean, we can go back in all day, like with that conversation. Me and Max and Jay have had these conversations before on Late Night at the Movies in that regard, right? But but that's you know, this may be lower on your guys' list if you guys have it this year. That's Landman season 2. I love this show. I absolutely love this show. It's and the finale I just watched. It actually just ended the season 2 right before us recording it this week. And the finale was fantastic.
He jumped on that same bandwagon. You cocksucker! Sorry, guys.
What, did you tell him that
just
he died?
just for anybody, out there.
Okay. That.
Yeah, this could be a spoiler or not a spoiler, but I mean, at the end of the day, they had me thinking that. He played along with it.
I played because again, spoilers. I'm sorry, but this is too funny not to say.
Yeah,
because he says to me that he was talking to you about. I said, "Oh, have you seen Landman?" I said the season finale. I said, "Fantastic."
Yes,
and he's like, "Don't tell me anybody died." Nico's trying to. I said, "What?" I said, "He spoiled it." I said, "What an asshole! He spoiled it for." And he's like,
I still haven't watched it yet.
You haven't watched it?
No, I did now. Yeah, and I realized. I mean, it it almost made me feel like it was going to get to that part.
True. I got an angry text the next day. He's like, "No one died, you fucking liar!" And I'm just like, I actually worried him. It was hilarious.
You had me message you back. You're not fucking with me, are you? Because I was sick. I was sitting home in my bed and I was fucking not feeling good.
I mean,
I know, but he goes, "Oh fuck, I spoiled it for you." Because it makes sense because I tend to watch. I didn't think you would have got it before
Sometimes
me,
I would have
right?
let it slip. No, I always try to ask if you've seen. You're right. Most times, 9 times out of 10, you would have, and I may have said something. You're right, but no.
See, and I added, see what happens when you take too many pills, because I remember him popping a couple of those pills, right? And he felt
gummies,
he just went right
not
along.
pills. Gummies, you gotta remember gummies. Pills sounds like I'm just like an addict for something else. Like,
I meant no, not that. I'm saying about let's see what happens when you pop too many pills, like for Tommy.
Yeah,
because he was popping the aspirin. I was trying to play along, making you think that he was going to die popping the pills. Right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, bro, I mean, he's looked like he's already half dead himself as a regular human being. Billy Bob, he's done that for years.
I mean, Billy Bob. I mean, we had John. I mean, again, this is a season ago, so I'm just gonna say it. John Hamm died in the first season, and basically the story in this season has been the fallout of that, and that's kind of where I feel like the story didn't progress all too much in the middle of the season. Like it was like spinning its wheels a little bit in some regards. Like it seemed like, we were talking about this even when I saw you around the holidays, Rob, about how the whole story with his wife and his daughter, it kind of that
part drove me nuts. That
went off the rails for a moment.
I fucking loved it.
No, I love those characters. And they're hotties running around the show. I love all that. I love the fact that the physiotherapist is a stripper. Sam Elliott is a great, fantastic addition.
You know what? Him and Billy Bob look the same age. And I guarantee you that
They
Sam
got a
Elliott's
good
got at
act-
least 10
honestly,
to 15 years on him.
No, I love
It's-
the show. That's why it
yeah.
is on my top 10. I mean, it's
Yeah.
coming in at number 8. I would have, if this was last season, it would be probably in the like top 3. I just
Yeah.
think that the story for me, it definitely like lagged a bit in this one. It was like it kind of, I don't know, it just seemed like again, it was taking its sweet damn time in the middle of it, and like things weren't moving at it.
I have to
But
agree.
then the last episode is insane. Like all these things happen in the last one. I'm just like, it was just like the part where he's like, he says that thing about God and the car explodes or whatever on the highway.
Yeah,
or
like, really?
they
That's
all like
just
crash
low.
Yeah. That was exactly
For me, the lawyer, when the lawyer came in,
badass
top
moment. Badass.
I
moment.
tell you, that was gonna be one of my favorite scenes, man.
Yes.
She
Hey,
just
Rob, the first time it just went up like
Boom.
this, eh? That's like that. When she talked like that to him and she got him out of jail, I'll have you guys.
Yep.
That turned me on so bad. Like a woman with that type of authority. Oh, yeah.
that was a great scene.
Oh, yeah.
It was. She was
Put
great.
them
But that's-
all right in their place.
I just think a few episodes in the middle of this is what, like a 10 episode season, right?
Yeah, and that's where I'll have to agree. I mean, I'll get more into it later because obviously I've got that later on down the road.
We all love the show, guys. So like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it should come at no surprise. But when I was really doing my list here, I had to be true to myself and say, you know what? I was sitting there, and sometimes during the season, I'm like, okay, this is getting ridiculous now. Like even for this show, and I love all the crazy plots that this show, does. To the point where I think I might have to check out these other Taylor Sheridan shows like the Yellowstone and all this kind of stuff, because I really like his
You haven't
approach.
seen Yellowstone?
No, not at all. I haven't seen any of those shows.
Oh,
I
dude.
never watched it either, dude.
No?
I only watched
Oh.
the prequel.
Fan.
Well, it's by the same guy. Taylor Sheridan's
Oh, yeah.
created that one as well. So
Yellowstone,
yeah.
honestly,
1855 was amazing.
if you were to do like a top TV, say of the last 10 years or something, it would be right there at the top for me.
Right.
Yellowstone. Fantastic.
Yeah, no, I know how much you love that show. So yeah,
Yeah.
I might have to check it out at some point. I just didn't think it was going to be a show I'd be interested in, but now like I
I
kind of
didn't think so for me either, because that's
Right.
usually
The
not my
Hillbilly.
favorite show, but it's
right.
it is good
Right.
writing.
Yeah,
Taylor
good
Sheridan is
watching.
something else, man.
yeah, I'll have to check it out because I
Yeah.
love everybody on here. I do love his wife Ali Larder still on the show, and Sam Elliott was a great addition. The lawyer chick is cool.
Oh, yeah.
Even the guys that work for him,
Yep.
like
Well,
I
what
just
about
like,
the one that he was she was banging? Like she
Yeah.
judged him. That's what I liked about that part, man. That was really,
Yeah.
like
No,
you
it
know,
was
she
good, man.
she needed to get that schlong, but she she had to judge him because of and then she fucking
Yeah.
fell in love with his fell in love with his like girly soaps and stuff that he has. All right.
but
Oh,
Billy
dude.
Bob is the man. I basically watch
his-
any show that Billy Bob's in, I'll watch. Like
Yeah.
he's been on such a roll from the first season of Fargo all the way
Yeah.
to Goliath, all the way to this. Like he's been just like on a roll in terms of his television programs. That if he's the lead, I'm watching it. Like it can be anything.
I'll leave my comments to when
Yeah.
I
All
go
right.
to mine, because we could go on all night with that one, but I'll wait for
All
when
right.
it's my turn on that one.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Jay. You're
100%.
number 8.
My number 8, and it's kind of corny to fit into my number 8, but this is something that I really, really appreciate and enjoy, and it is Will Trent. It's just a regular television series, an hour long. It comes out on Crave. It's a Prime, and I think YouTube, but it's a Disney. It's literally from Crave, like it's part of the Disney package, right? You would probably get it. I'm
I don't
not
know this
shouting
one.
out at anybody.
Yeah,
This
8.
one here,
Yeah, Hulu.
it's 4 seasons, okay, and it keeps coming out. It's another one like Resident Alien that doesn't. I find it is one of those ones that's going to be sticking around for quite a while because it's a cop show with a, like a little like investigative cop show sort of thing, comedy / drama, and
Never heard of this.
thriller in that sense.
Right.
No, and not a lot of people have, right?
Mm.
And he's a dyslexic cop. He's an orphan. He comes his best friend there. Her name is Angie. They stayed together. They stayed together as friends, and they became cops. And he doesn't write things down when he goes into this crime scenes. He is always talking into a recorder because he can't write, he can't spell, he can't read.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
He's learned. you know, throughout the progression of these series, he's learning this kind of stuff. But the way he dissects the crime scene, and it's funny because he's got like an old Porsche convertible, like a Tegra, you know, the Targa, sorry, the one with with just the roof in the middle that comes out. Yeah, he's got an older one like that, and is this little Chihuahua dog. It's okay. I mean, it's probably the most girlyish guy flick, like comedy. It's just a phenomenon, and for me to put it in my top 10, I think it really says a lot, and it really speaks a lot, because his character he you know, like I said, he's trying to find out who his mother was at one point, and he's trying to find out who his dad is, and it starts to come along, and then the season this year takes this crazy fucking twist with a serial killer that he locked up a while back, and it's I just can't. It's on constantly now. It's the middle of the new season started already. They had one from last season too as well, but honestly, it's probably one of my guiltiest pleasures out of all of them right now.
Nice,
right? And you know,
good shout out. I mean, it's always good to hear about new stuff, like underrepresented shows that you enjoy, right? That's good.
Yeah, right. There's so like I said, this it's just started just before the end of the year, new season. Yeah. So, sorry, the last season, season 4. Sorry, season 3, right?
Okay.
So, it's something that I'm looking forward to continue watching this year, right? So we'll go from there, and we'll see how everybody else likes it, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, Rob, number, what is this now? 10987. Yeah.
For me, it's Severance. I know we already quickly talked about that with your honorable mentions. For me, I know where you're coming from. Like this last season was kind of focused. It seemed to focus a little bit more on the outside, but it also gave us a perspective when you look on the outside of, especially when they kind of were able to, I don't know how they were able to do that, like where can kind of get from when they had their knowledge of the inside when they're in the office.
Oh yeah.
Once they got out, they were able to know a little bit more because they flicked that switch or whatever.
They started messing with Adam Scott's head, and
that's what I mean. That was interesting.
Extract like information from him.
Exactly. So he was able to kind of know the stuff that was on the inside.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, just little things, again, things about the wife, and you know what I mean, like the things that you find out later that really happened, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't want to spoil anything, but
was this season also the one where that their manager has that crazy, like they have that crazy meltdown where he's like, he gets the band inside the room and all that shit this season? Yeah, that was a great episode too. That's the thing. It's just a lot of these picks, like I went with like consistency in terms of like there was a couple of episodes I just didn't care for. And
there were a few.
He picked it off the top 10 for me, but it's still a very good show. I agree with you. Like but again, the ending was so good. I was just like, I need to see what happens next, right? Like, I'm
exactly
still all in. I'm still all in.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's just
to know what's going on. I just don't know what's going on.
But that's just it, is to think if that. Who knows? I mean, we really don't know whether there really is something that exists like that. But can you imagine you have a life outside, and then all of a sudden you have no idea what you do inside?
Bro,
like, that's bizarre.
I think we would all love to separate our work life from our real life.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but then to think that the other person actually, the more you think about it, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's twisted. It is twisted.
It's the more, because like to think that
it's like a web.
Well, to think that person has feelings and an identity and all this kind of stuff is messed up.
And
like,
you don't know about it,
right? And it's the weirdest plot I thought this season was the dude who was involved with his wife. Like he was like his wife was coming to visit him, and meanwhile on the outside, she hates his Audi, loves the innie guy. Like it was so weird. It was like
that's because they were losing certain production like instance from certain people, like, you know, and that's how they try to hold you in. They try to bind you in there because they'll give you a little bit of your memory and they'll make you think. But then the wife, she got a little bit like, you know, I don't know if I'm cheating on you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's the same exact fucking person. It's just different.
Well, that's just it, and that's what I mean. That's how
mind frame
how messed up it is. Like it really makes you start thinking. It's like, damn, that's some twisted shit.
I also didn't like what happened with John Turturro's story. I didn't like how he got fired and then he was on the outside for a bit, and then they had that Christopher Walken episode because he was he was with and the inside, and then I just didn't like how that story panned out.
That was a bit weird.
Just because I didn't feel like they knew what to do with him after that. I don't know. Because I really like that character. So then when he got fired for exposing that woman there, I know I'm just saying things now with the plot, but that I didn't like it, what happened with him after the fact. Because then he kind of it seemed like Christopher Walken, who he was interested in, is he couldn't trust him afterwards. It was weird, and it seems like he used to work from the company from its inception or something like that. It's very strange. What's going on
that and the main boss that I don't know. I can't remember.
The black guy.
Fired.
That one?
No, the woman.
No, not
the one that's the daughter of the creator. Yeah.
Britt Lauer. Her name is Heliar.
Going to visit her mom or whatever, and it's
Heliar, the ginger.
Oh, Patricia Arquette's character.
Patricia Arquette.
Patricia Arquette's the next door neighbor to him. That's she did kind of work for them at one point.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But, she ended up going all the way.
But the other one, Britt Lauer, which is another character, which is the
redhead.
Yes, the redhead. Yeah.
She's in on the whole creation of this whole.
She is. Yeah.
She's the daughter of the creator.
Of the creator. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. It's a crazy spider web.
Now we're talking about it. Still, maybe it could have made my top 10. It is still very good.
That's what I mean. It's just
it's a real. I mean, it's got a 95% Rotten Tomatoes. I don't like to believe those things. IMDb, it's almost at 9. You know what I mean? And that's not a lot. That's a big critically acclaimed show.
Sure, but it's not sweeping the awards this year so far.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. But I think it's just it just wasn't as good as the first season ultimately. I think, right? But still good. Yeah, still good.
Yeah.
He busted out the Tom Cruise run in this season at the start of it. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. I saw a whole making behind the scenes of how they put that together, and that's what he based his run on, is the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible fucking run, right?
The doors to run it into the walls.
Yeah. All right.
That was my 7.
Okay, my 7th is White Lotus season 3.
Okay.
I really liked this season a lot, mainly because of Walton Goggins' involvement. I love Walton Goggins. I've seen him on a number of different shows. He's been in The Hateful Eight with Quentin Tarantino's movie. He was in that. I've liked him in all of the Danny McBride comedies that he did, Vice Principals, and he was also on Righteous Gemstones. I really like Walton
Sons of Anarchy.
That too is the crossdresser. Yeah. So he has a huge range, this guy. So seeing him in this, and then again, spoilers, the surprise guest appearance of Sam Rockwell in this season 2, meeting up with him at one point, was excellent. And unlike Rob, as you mentioned, I loved Parker Posey's character in this. She was purposely annoying, this character. That's why I just this is one of those shows where this is appointment watching TV. I had to watch it as soon as I got a chance to watch each and every episode. The only reason it's not lower, and I actually moved it around on my list, to be honest, originally it was lower, is what I kind of talked about when Rob mentioned it earlier on his it was on your honorables, I think, right?
Yeah.
The ending kind of fell apart in some of their stories. They built up that crazy story about that guy, the business dude, that was getting in trouble. They were finding out all this shit about him, being a dirty businessman in the States, and he shot off his phone, and it looks like he was going to kill himself. But then it went nowhere, some of those stories. And the whole season, you're wondering who has the gun and who's going to get shot in the end. And then ultimately some of the stories fell flat in the finale. I feel like some of the paths, there was definitely some unexpected shit that happened, but the other things wasn't the way they panned out weren't as good. So that's why I'm going to give it a number 7 on my list. It would have made it even lower, but I think even comparison to other seasons, it may not be even as good as some of the other seasons that have come out, honestly. I'm really upset that woman died and it is no longer on the show. That was in the first 2 seasons. What's her name? Stifler's mom. She's excellent. That woman that was in the
Jennifer
first.
Cooley?
Yeah, she was excellent on this show. Yeah,
you mean died in the show? Yeah, I thought you meant in real life. So
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
What?
She's still alive.
Where the hell is
yeah,
that? Yeah,
but
okay,
she's
yeah,
kind of.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Which one? Which
Stifler's
which
mom.
show is this again? I didn't know. I just didn't hear which show.
White
is this.
Lotus.
Like I'm trying to.
White
White
Lotus.
Lotus.
Yeah. So yeah, but good stuff still. Really enjoyed the show still. Looking forward to more of it. So
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly got killed off, and she had to become a Chucky doll, dude.
No, not Tilly. Jennifer Coolidge.
Coolidge.
Oh, Coolidge. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get to watch the newest season of that White Lotus.
It's good.
So that
Yeah.
So that was
go
good.
ahead, Jay. You're number 7.
My number 7, and I had a toss up between these two, and I kind of had to figure out which one I'm going to go with, right? And I'm going to throw The Last of Us in there. The second season.
I dropped it, bro. I was like, I'm done.
I wanted to, because these ones I'm anticipating. I really am, because they left me on such a fucking cliffhanger.
Last of Us. No, I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm just saying.
No.
Dropped off. Like I just like.
But I mean, I was a toss up between that and the Daredevil, man. Those were the two that I was going to classify together, right?
I didn't get to watch the new season of Daredevil this year. I know. I don't know what's wrong.
Good that I didn't. It's good that I didn't put it in there, because then I don't want to start spoiling it, right? Like that. So, but The Last of Us, a lot of people have known that it's another video game style.
2 video game shows on your list. What
I
the
know,
hell?
Bro, and I mentioned Twisted Metal. I remember Twisted Metal. You know what I mean?
Video game show. I watched none of these video game shows. I watched The Last of Us season 1, but then whatever happened with Pedro Pascal off because he's not on the show from what I've heard.
No.
So now I'm just like I'm good on watching this show. I was really watching.
It's gone a different way. I mean, it was a kind of a hard watch to watch Bella Ramsey.
Right.
There's certain things about that. I don't want to spoil it if you do decide to watch it. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's pretty much been on there on all the memes and stuff like that.
Yes.
About,
she's gonna be a dad.
She's the rug muncher. Yeah, she's the rug muncher in that shit. So I mean, like, it's kind of crazy. I've watched her growing up, literally, in Game of Thrones with you guys. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of weird to,
see her in this.
To see her like that. Yeah, see her like that. Like, it's kind of like, do I get a boner or don't I? Like, is she that attractive? I mean, she's got that potato face. She's got that potato, So
they really went hard on her. The memes, I know. I listen. I laughed at them too. They were cruel. There were some really cruel ones.
Dude, my forehead's just as big as hers. Don't worry, dude.
Well, you're more egg shaped. Like he's a potato.
Protein, high protein and carbs, bro.
Yeah. I didn't even know I didn't even know you were gonna go there with this explanation of the season. Yeah, so the whole internet just fucking jumped all over Bella Ramsey. Just made fun of her.
It was.
I know. Bro. I remember we were talking about it. That's why I'm like, I'm done with this show. It's ridiculous now. Yeah. Anyways,
people started losing it after the second episode in the first season.
Well, not only that, I want to make this clear because I think it's overused at this point, and a lot of people use the term improperly at this point just to kind of like throw it out there, and it's kind of annoying to me. But the show definitely went very woke with this season too, right? Yeah. Like I will say that about this one, right? Like there's a certain pandering that they can tend to do in certain shows. And I'll call it if I see it. I just think it's overused at this point. Everyone's saying that about everything, and not everything is. Yeah. And sometimes it is, but it's not going to hit you in that annoying woke kind of way, like where it's pandering to the audience, right? Like it's like, yeah, that show definitely went that way for this.
Went off that rocker. Yeah. The first one, it did a nice sweet little thing, and I thought that was probably the best episode that they had in the first season, if everybody remembers. But yeah, when it turned to this season, it did just like everything else out there. It had to be politically correct for everything. It's a television show. You're supposed to be able to speak your mind.
SNL even did a skit making fun of this season because of that. SNL did
I can imagine.
Yeah, if SNL's making fun of it, which is like a super liberal fucking comedy show, right? Like in terms of like, you know what I mean? Like just like the main Hollywood media. If they're making fun of it, it's bad in that sense, right? But again, I'm sorry. Exactly. I feel like I'm shitting on your pick. I'm just
No, it's not. It's not. It's I have totally the same aspect of it, but I've kind of tried to, just realize that, that it's going to be everywhere now. I think, I mean, you know, I mean, the biggest fucking television show of this year right now is Heated Fucking Rivalry. Like, really? It's got nothing to do with hockey. I'll tell you that much. So
I refuse to even watch that.
Oh, it's not that it's a bad show. It's apparently women love it, man.
Yeah, but why would you? I mean, honestly, like, I have no interest.
But for me, I'd rather watch Shorzy. Trust me.
I would rather watch Shorzy.
Bunch of beer belly guys playing, you know, hockey. Yeah, I'd rather watch that. We don't need no 6-pack guys out there, you know, rubbing each other up before they play hockey. No, buddy. Like, it's just.
Oh, I mean,
teach their own. Teach their own, right?
Absolutely, but
sure, exactly. But yes, you did like the season still. You like it to some degree.
Yeah, I think I said I've tried to turn a blind eye, not a blind eye, but I've tried to leave that out of the equation when it comes to me judging or sort of criticizing television shows.
Yeah, because there's certain degrees.
They have a lot more to fill.
Yeah. But no, but that's why I wanted to state, like, I think it's overused and not everything is to that degree. But this, I had heard that it went that like very much that way this season, right? So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So.
For sure. Yeah. It went total left wing all the way around in the circle.
Right. So.
They did a somersault, right? So.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So next one's number 6.
Number 6. For number 6, I've got Paradise.
Oh, that's
ooh.
Yes.
I don't even know if I know that one.
Paradise is the one with Sterling K. Brown. And
I like him. He's good.
Yeah. Really good.
Oh, interesting. I don't know about this.
And he's a CIA. He protects the president, and basically, I guess I can't remember. I can't remember if it's an asteroid or something that's coming to destroy the world. And what they've done is they've done a bunker underground under the mountain in Colorado. And basically they've chosen so many people in the world that can go into this to basically recreate life again. And then
down sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is actually. It really is.
Sounds like Fallout.
I'm not familiar with that one.
So yeah, that's what I was just saying about the video game. But yeah, it's mostly like I feel like everything's too a pending doom of this fucking planet. That's another.
It's actually really good. And then he starts finding out that some of this shit was because the president ends up, spoiler alert, but whatever. I mean, president, I think it starts it right off at the beginning anyway, but the president gets killed.
Okay.
And he doesn't understand how, and there was nobody that got in the room, and he couldn't figure it out. And so they end up, when they go to the underground into the mountain, he figures more shit out and then realizes that some of it's bullshit. And then it's just, it's really, it really is actually. And I like Sterling.
And he's the lead of this show.
Yeah, he is the lead of the show.
Okay, I like his stuff. I like him too when he shows up.
And it's to me, it's fantastic. I like it. Which is the reason why I've got it sitting at number 6.
Nice. Okay, I'll check
it's
this
good.
out.
It really is good.
It's just one season so far.
No, I think there's there is. I think there is only one season. So I think season 2 doesn't come out until this year sometime.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah. Okay, my number.
What's nice about this is that there's a lot of different things. Like, I mean, I've never seen that one either. Like, so considering somebody that's watched so much TV, it's so cool, man. Right?
It's the point of doing.
It's the same thing like what I heard about Task. It was like I've seen it advertised, but to know that it's on your list, so there's
just so much out there, right?
I haven't even watched that one either. Yeah, I haven't had a chance.
And again, when you had mentioned Black Rabbit, I forgot all about that one. And that definitely would have been in my list, which would have bumped probably the Institute out or something.
Sometimes though, these shows too, if you like kill them in a day or two, you fucking move on to the next thing. You can easily forget it, right? Yeah. So we were just talking about His and Hers. It's only a 6 episode thing. You kill it in a few hours.
We did. Yesterday. We killed it yesterday, right?
And we did it over the course of an evening and part of the next day, right? So I mean,
and unless you write it down. Forget about it by the end of next year.
But have you seen the new movie, The Rip?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Okay, good. You did see it. Is that enough? Okay.
Fantastic. I love those two guys working together. I mean, I love that they've continued since they did the Air before this, which was also a lot of fun. I thought the Michael Jordan one, shoe one.
That was good too. Yep.
Really good, solid film. Yeah.
Oh, everything they've been in together, really, like The Town.
I love to see it. No, but I love this. No, but he wasn't in that. Jeremy Renner was in that with Ben Affleck. That was his movie. Ben Affleck. That Damon wasn't in that.
Oh, was he?
No,
Shit, right.
You would think he would have been.
I thought, my bad. You're right. I forgot.
That was Jeremy Renner in that.
Yeah, that's right. It was Jeremy.
That was
Renner.
excellent. Though.
My bad. That one was good too.
Yeah.
And then obviously the one that started. Most of it was
Good Will Hunting, of
Good
course. No, I just love. I actually listened to an interview with them today. I had it on YouTube earlier. They were on Howard Stern, and I love like those guys like continuing to work together at this point in their careers. They said that they for so long they had to kind of establish their own careers outside of working with one another because they didn't want to get pigeonholed as that like we're a team. Yeah. But then they're like, we're at a point of both our careers, we can kind of do this again now. Like, and I'm loving it. It's really.
I thought Rip was fantastic.
Fantastic,
okay.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I off track. I know, but
no.
Good
shout out.
You watched it yet or not? You got to see it, JT. It's awesome.
Yeah, Netflix.
Good yeah, good movie.
Okay, I'll just check it out.
Coming in at my number 6, again, I really wish this was lower. I'd still love the season, and once again, the finale really got me. And this is one of those situations where I'm really upset to see all the fickleness amongst the fan base for this show. And yes, we complained about it earlier in the show, how long it took for them to come back. But like, again, like even when I saw Rob over the holidays, because of the way that they rolled it out. And of course, I'm talking about Stranger Things, the last final season, season 5. You know, we had our gripes about things, but overall, we nerded out talking about it for like, I feel like 2 hours when we were together that day. So like, it honestly, like, I love the ending. Like it just, again, and Jay, we just talked about this when we talked about Stand By Me the other day. Did you watch the finale of Stranger Things? Did you watch it, Jay?
Yeah.
They that whole part of them again getting older, that group, like, and saying like, oh yeah, we will get together every week or every month to like kind of. I'm like, no, man, it's not gonna happen. It's like, don't do it. Don't.
Everybody talks about it, but it never happens.
Or it'll happen for a bit, but it's just like, you know, y'all get busy with your lives. Like, it's just one of those things. And then that final scene of them and having the new kids, delightful, whatever his name was, Derek, come in there, or Deuce Derek or whatever, like, come in at the end with his sister and all the kids, and he turned around and he sees them playing their own Dungeons and Dragons game, and they all grew up, and then they graduated, and I'm just like, oh man, like, look, it's a cyclical, it continues on with the next generation, right? I just. Yeah, again, you want to talk about hitting you in the feelings? I'm so happy that half of the episode was dedicated to that kind of stuff, like wrap-up moments. It totally knocked it out of the park for me. But then to see such terrible reactions from fans that, oh, it didn't end the way I wanted. Oh, that's what's wrong with today's like internet culture. Honestly, like, so what? It didn't. This is the problem. Everyone had all these theories and blah, 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 blah. And they built it up in their minds. And then at the end of the day, whatever they gave you was going to be unsatisfied. And that's the problem sometimes when a thing is beloved so much like this. And then sometimes you just got to take a step back. And you know what? I think it was a pretty solid finale. That being said, there was also some gripes I had about this season. There was some stuff we didn't like. We talked about it, you know.
Went a little bit more woke, bro.
Yeah.
No.
I'll talk more about it. Like, again,
I don't care about that scene about him coming out. That didn't bother me. No. Like,
but we knew it was coming somewhere, right? It was coming down the line.
It was more funny that they drew it out for so long than anything. Yeah. I don't think that was bothersome. But yes, people made fun of that too online with the memes and stuff like that.
Oh, it was
But that was very like, that didn't bother me. This is what I'm saying. I don't like throwing around the word like when it comes to shit like that, because I don't want to say everything that's gay is woke, like just because there's a gay reference about somebody, right? Like,
exactly.
Like, you know, it's when they pander to the audience. But the way they drew it out, I don't know why they drew it out that much. It was, everyone knew at that point, right? Like, it was unnecessary. I felt like. So anyways, that being said, like, it was a good solid finale. I liked it. I had some issues with it. All right. So
we'll don't worry, we'll be talking more about it.
All right, go ahead, Jay.
For my number 6, it was Strange New Worlds. Star Trek.
Okay.
I had to have a Star Trek one in there. This is the one. Pike. This is all before. This takes place all before uh, Captain Kirk. So this is like a prequel to the original Star Trek. I think they're starting to reboot a lot of this stuff too, because I'm hoping that they're coming out, because there was talks that they were going to come out with a new movie, and they're trying to streamline everything together, right? And there's a couple shows, one that was previous year that is just, they're all starting to become related now. They're starting to put a timeline in between everything. Now this one here is, you don't even know Captain Kirk. He's just like a normal person on the a starship and stuff like that. So you don't even think of him. His brother is more of a character in this one, as opposed to him. So this gives you a good opportunity, because in the beginning of Star Trek, the real original series, this guy dies in the first or second episode, Christopher Pike, and it goes on from there. And then that's when William Shatner takes off with it, right? In that sense. So this was a cool one. It was a third season. Now I don't know if they're going to come back out with another season. They have a lot of Star Trek stuff up in the makings now too, right? So I don't know if you're going to have 3 shows, but I mean, there's a new up and coming one this year that is highly anticipated for myself. I've already dipped into it. So
you love nerding out on Star Trek. I know you absolutely love it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bro. This one really fits the time frame and shows you exactly how. And what's scary is that in a world that we live in today, it's not so it's not so far fetched, bro. I'll be honest with you.
Also very ambitious, the fact that they're bringing together all the different periods of Star Trek. Like, that's insane. Like, I don't know how you pull that off and satisfy the fans like as well at the same time. So like, and from,
I mean, they've come out with cartoons too,
Right.
with the
Lower
people
Deck.
that are lower deck and stuff like that. I mean, they've done everything with this series. They're trying to milk. Why not?
Sure.
It's a series that does not go unrecognized by. I mean, for certain people it does. But for a big chunk still of that thing, and then hopefully it's been passed on through generations.
Star Trek, but
this was me and my dad's. Yeah, this was me and my dad sort of thing, right? And that's the stuff we would talk about. And,
I like the movies. I watched a bunch of the movies, but never really watched the TV show. Like, I watched Next Generation when it was on when I was younger sometimes, but like just because it was on, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really seek it out.
But that was more of a time when it was like a syndicate, where it was an hour episode on a Thursday night. Yeah, it wasn't as crazy as
every night they would have reruns every night, like for a period of time.
It did it did a number of seasons, and this is when they didn't just have 10 episodes per season. This is when they had like 20 episodes per season.
Right.
This was a different time. Right. So
okay, so get into the top 5 now, boys. This is the real deal here. Top 5. All right, go ahead, Rob.
Okay, number 5 for me was Reacher.
I don't watch that show. I should. It looks good.
It was. I loved it. I love it. And I mean, obviously, we all know how big Reacher is. And in this episode, there's a guy that
ain't no dunk,
double his size as one of the bad guys.
Really?
Yeah. This guy's like 8 feet. Like 400 pounds.
I think he was a wrestler.
Oh, this guy is a he's a Russian, I think.
Because I was going to say that other guy is small. I mean,
he actually he dwarfs Reacher. Wow. This dude is big. But anyway, this season, it was really good.
His name is Oliver Richter.
Richter. Does it say what
his name is?
Height?
Paulie. His name is Paulie in the episode.
Yeah.
He looks like he's a former bodybuilder.
Oh, he's massive.
From what I read, he's 2.8 meters, 2.18 meters high.
I don't know.
I don't fucking know. What's in a meter?
It's probably. I think he's like 7. I'm pretty sure he's like 7, maybe 6.
No, under that.
It's over
under
7.
That.
Over 7.
Is it?
I googled it. Yeah, it's over 7 feet. It's 7.1. Sorry, it's like 8 something hundred inches. Like, he's almost like 7'2", essentially.
Yeah, he's a monster. Yeah. This guy, and it was really good, and it went down a bit of a different slope on this one, and we're involved more of with a kid and a father type deal, and it's just some of the action and everything. It was fantastic. And at the end, obviously, he ends up going up against Paulie, and he takes a beating, but obviously, he's not going to lose, right? But it was to the point where it was like you could see it really happening, even though he's that big,
right?
But still, like he just and obviously some of the shit that Reacher does is fantastic. Like in town, where this kid gets, he gets bullied by, a bunch of teenagers or whatever, and he just goes over. And he's just like, even from the very first season with this, like, I guess you said you haven't seen any of it, right?
No.
Like even when the very first season, he ends up going into jail, right? And he just, the prisoners, is like, he's telling the prisoner guy, I'm going to listen, Fatso, I'm going to give you like 10 seconds to get the hell out of my cell. He says, before your buddies here have to carry you, right?
Pump your guts full of
lead. And he just, all of a sudden, before you know, he's just got his elbow into his face, and he's just like bang, 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 bang. The guy's just bloody everywhere, right?
Because this is being played by that Alan Richson guy.
Yes,
right?
yes,
he's massive. Yeah,
he's a big dude.
He's in the new Street Fighter. He's going to be in the new Street Fighter.
Is he? Yeah, he used to be on the show, which I fucking hated. I watched it, Titans, which is the DC superhero show. He was one of the superheroes on it, but he's like built like a superhero. He was also on Brooklyn Nine-Nine he would sometimes play one of the past, like the stupid cops that were on that show. I forgot what their name was. He played like in like flashbacks and stuff like that. One of them. Yeah. So I like that guy. He's good.
Yeah. Again, if you're gonna watch it, it's you almost get into it right away just because of the scenes, like with him, and it just everything with him is very calm, cool, collective. He doesn't, you know what I mean? He doesn't, like, people could be ready to just, like,
he's a Rolling Stone, bro.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's a wanderer.
Like he's got these four people that come up to him, like in a motel. Like, I think this is season 2, the other one, and it's like he says to me, he says, "Listen," he says, you guys better just walk away. He says, otherwise, he says, I'm going to have to break 3 of your arms or something like that. There's 4 of them. Mm-hmm. He says, well, there's 4 of us. He goes, well, yeah. He says, somebody's got to drive you guys to the hospital. Like it's just, and then he does it. It's like the guy goes to attack. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. That was my number 5.
All right. Nice. This list of mine just keeps getting bigger. Okay. My number 5 is the aforementioned Bear season 4.
Okay.
I love this show. It, of course, was going to make my list. It's funny because you're seeing amongst us, there's a few that are all on all our lists so far. It seems like, but just in different places. And this is just a much better season. I feel like the last one, this was like a bounce back season, as I was referring to in some of these series that go on for a few seasons. And this, again, for all the reasons I stated when Rob was talking about it, I really don't have too much to add to what I talked about with him. To save some time here, I just really liked the progression of the story and the characters in this season, and that we're finally seeing some successes for all the hard work that they've been putting into this thing. So this was like a payoff season of just like, it still had some anxiety filled moments, don't get me wrong, like this show always does, but it focused on different things with the characters this time around. I felt like, other than just the restaurant stuff, especially all of Jeremy Allen White's mental health stuff, as well as the stuff with his mom, like Rob mentioned as well. Just Jamie Lee Curtis plays his mom on this, which is she's great. So
she is.
Yeah, good season. I really enjoyed it, and this is one of those shows that when it comes out, the problem is I'll kill it in 2 days, and I'm sitting here. Yeah. But I'm glad that they've been consistently coming out with them. They go back to filming. It seems like whenever the season airs, they are like back to filming the next one. So I'm glad about that. It's been a big success story for these guys, and I've loved Jeremy Allen White for forever, from Shameless.
Shameless,
yes, exactly. So good stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay. You're number 5.
My number 5 is I'm gonna go with a British show because me and I like my English comedy, and not a comedy, but English dramas and stuff like that. I'm sorry, sci-fi dramas and stuff like that. I like anything British, to be honest with you. As you might have known lately, I mean, we've talked about certain movie casts and stuff like that I've picked up, but I'm gonna go with Invasion. Now, this is an Earth's visited by some sort of alien species that's threatening the humanity existence. Everything seems to be the end of the world sort of type of thing, and it's either involving aliens or it's involving us blowing ourselves up, right? So this one here,
really tells
I
you
don't
where
know
a lot
what
of
it was.
people's
It's not.
mind state is at these days, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, every
You know?
all good art is a reflection of the times, right? Like that's where
Yeah.
people
Well-
get like, I mean, like, and there were so many things that back in the day that they predicted what was going to happen in the future that people are adapting now, right? Like because they're like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be
We
happening
just
right
basically
now.
talked about it in Stand By Me
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
did that movie review. You know, like fuck. But this one here, it's probably not as highly renowned. So they haven't really confirmed the second season, but with the amount of viewership they got for the third season, they're most likely going to give it a fourth just to sign up because they left it loosely open in the end. And now it's connecting. You know, it all starts with it's a school bus of kids, really. At the end of the day, and something happens, and you see it, and they're communicating. And it's just, I don't know if this is why maybe it touched a little bit more home with me, and it drew my attention more because they were communicating through seizures. Through a certain thing, and it was a frequency that it was pulling out. So I'm not going too crazy into it, but it's that, and then they have to go around now figuring, you know, two of them got brought up into the ship, and one of them only comes back. So now you got to try to figure out what's going on, and this is why they left it open to either them doing a fourth season because they left it like really easily open-ended if somebody else maybe even wants to pick up the series and stuff like that. But they haven't Apple hasn't officially confirmed yet that there's going to be a fourth season. I think it's a great watch. I think this is one of those ones where because it's involving the world, there's a lot of subtitled stuff in this, right? So you got different, you know, and there's certain people, like there's the Asian people that are doing their science, you know, and their space exploration. So they're all trying to communicate with each other, the big ones, right? So it got really interesting for me. You know, you get certain people like Sam Neill. I don't know if you know Sam Neill, but you get some characters
from Jurassic Park, Sam Neill.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
It's funny, right? And there's this Asian girl. She's amazing, and she's hot too. I'll be honest with you, but I can never pronounce her name. I think it's Silo Kusana.
Okay.
Right. She's very great, very good in this one, right? She's another one that can communicate as well too. So, but yeah, you got. It's just a fun watch, right?
Yeah.
You got. I'm hoping they come out with another season. So that one, it really grabbed my attention. A lot of young characters, a lot of people you don't see very often, big name people. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. I like some of these more. It felt more like but most British stuff does feel a little bit more indie to me in that sense with storyline.
Yeah.
Right. And they did a good job of opening it up. Now they're almost kind of got you peaked, and now you're like, what the fuck? You're gonna let us hang? Give us at least one more season to close it out, right?
Nice.
So I took that one as my number 5.
Nice.
All right, Rob, number 4.
Okay, number 4 for me was Mobland.
One of the shows I had on my list that I wanted to watch this year that I didn't get around to is
So you haven't seen? Oh
no, I know. I one of the ones I was disappointed. Remember, I told you guys I'll say my list at the end of a few shows I wanted to watch for this show, but I didn't have time. This was one of them. Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear about this.
Oh, Mobland is fantastic. Tom Hardy is just.
I love Tom Hardy. Yeah, he's good.
The whole thing, and even with Pierce Bronson, fantastic. Now Helen Mirren. She's definitely a see you next Tuesday that you just want to strangle and kill, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to it because I had just watched 1923.
Okay.
She's in that.
Okay.
And she's a sweet, wife and, like country girl and all that. And then she becomes this where you just want to blow her head off, man. Like but all in all, it's very well done. It's a bit graphic. Love it. I just it's not much more you could say. Like it's just exactly what it says. Like Mobland, basically, you got different types of mob families.
Yeah,
and
that's all you had to say. It. I mean,
mob exactly.
Right.
It's just, and that's what it is. Like, unfortunately, one of one side gets killed, and then all of a sudden, you got a bit of a feud going on, and it just, then there is a bit of a third party that kind of enters the situation, and when one becomes eliminated, that third party wants Hardy to join them, and he's very loyal, and it's overall it's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this. Like this, amongst all the other recommendations you guys have been giving out here today, this is like at the top. It has been at the top of my list. Like, so this is probably one of the next things I check out. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, so number 4 for me was Mobland.
All right. Number 4 for me, and this is going to be short and sweet because I don't really have much to say. It's not like one of these long form, like dramatic shows like a lot of these other ones are. And that's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, season 17. It's been on the show airways forever. It's been around, I think, like 20 years or something. This is the 17th season that's come out this year. It's been on FX the whole time. I really got into watching this show throughout its entirety in the pandemic. I had never seen it before, but always heard good things. It is hilarious. This is, of course, like your boy Rob McElhenney's in this, Jay, and a bunch of other funny people. This was one of the best seasons in a while. Like I feel like in the last like 3 seasons, this is the best. This felt like the most back to like what makes, like, I wouldn't say the last couple seasons have been bad, but this one, just like every episode was a banger this season. Like, and the humor of it was like kind of reflective of like their best seasons, like some of the stuff that happened in the episodes, like because when it hits. And then I feel like this season was just super wacky. Like clearly the writers' room was just like going out of their way to kind of like just throw out fun ideas this season and make them look like the most horrible that they have ever been. Some of these people. I love this show. I think it's hilarious, and this is like my favorite season in a while, so I had to put it on the list. For a while there, it was just like a passing, like I took it for granted, where I'm just like, I didn't even put that show on my list the last few years, but this was a standout year. I feel like for them. So 17 seasons and counting, guys.
That's counting. Speaks for itself there, right there.
Yeah, so good.
You know what? That's another thing with Danny DeVito, right? He's on that, right? That's the one with him in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The thing with him is he's great because he's had a lot of huge syndicate, syndicate long running series in his lifespan. Taxi, Cheers.
He wasn't on Cheers.
No, not Cheers. Not Cheers. Why am I saying Cheers? No. Why am I saying Cheers?
Taxi was his
Taxi. No.
Yeah. A lot of good movies.
There was another one too.
He had another show? Oh, okay.
I thought so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was just Taxi. Then he went to films.
And then he went to he did films. Yeah, he did films for a long time, right?
Yeah,
but Taxi was a big one.
Directed some things too.
Where the fuck? I'm in my head.
He's the best Penguin.
Another one.
Even compared to this new Penguin, and I love the new Penguin show. Don't get me wrong. He's my Penguin. Danny DeVito is the face. Yeah. He's just way more disgusting as the Penguin.
Yeah.
He's my Penguin.
Twins.
I love Twins. Arnold, of course. Come on now.
Throw Mama from the train.
He's
if anybody's gonna get Arnold pregnant, it's gonna be fucking Danny DeVito.
Listen, same thing. That guy's over 80, still doing his thing. So shout out to Danny DeVito.
Shout out to him. You know, see how long he can pull it off for. Now we just jinxed it, bro.
Doing Jersey Mike commercials.
We do the jinx on this commercial. We do the jinx on this channel, man. We jinx everybody.
Shut up, Jay. Don't speak into existence. All right, go ahead. This is your.
I am going with.
Number 4.
Yeah,
I had a toss up between 2 Stephen King ones. So, but I really enjoyed, more so than this to do was Welcome to Derry.
So that was your number 4. Okay.
That was my number 4.
So I think all 3 of us divided it.
That's the first one I think that it's on all of our lists. Now there may be others you guys just haven't got to them yet, but that's the first one that's been on all 3 of our lists. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it in my top 3. I don't think. But I'm hoping the way they go with this, because of the introduction of these characters, and remember a lot of his stuff, his storyline is tied in, and Nico and I had talked about this before prior to this recording of stuff, that how it all ties in and plays with each other. And there's a guy in this episode that could be in one of the other series that we watched, or the movies that we've seen,
Yeah.
right, of Stephen King and his books, and it breaks down it does a really good job of breaking down. This is why I kind of like TV shows a little bit more, because it can get into like a book detail where they can actually got a longer span of time to break down characters. Okay, so I feel like they did a good job of letting you know that for the longest time, unless you read the book, you don't really know. It's you always think of it as Pennywise and whatever, and they talk about it as a spider, but it really is just an entity, and it's something of your
He's a
of your
fear
fears.
monster. Yeah. He's a,
Whatever you're afraid of. Yeah, usually people back then when the movie's out, it was a spider was a
That's
big
what he
thing,
is,
right?
Yeah, that's what he is. They do talk about it in it, like
Yeah.
the new ones. They do in the films. They do mention that. He is
But yeah,
an-
they bring this
he is
right
an-
back to like native land
this,
and everything.
well, this
right?
talks about the Native Americans aspect of like being able to control that thing and all that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, which I thought was really good, and I mean, I thought there was really some really sweet parts with that young
kid that died.
young kid, bro. Yeah,
That's right.
dude.
I wanted to say that earlier, but I
and like love was blind to him.
That was terrible, though. It's very sad.
Yeah.
We're not saying
Love was blind. Yeah, Love was blind for him, honestly, bro. And she literally was blind. Yeah, she was literally way blind. She was literally blind, right?
That was terrible.
And-
I know. I knew what he was dancing at earlier, Rob. That's why I said like some of them shouldn't have been in that situation.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
What is this? You guys are
Yeah.
just gonna invite these kids into your fucking
I know.
party?
Yeah, exactly.
Me and Christine were like, what the hell is going on?
But again, you're also talking, this is the 50s or whatever.
All of a
right?
sudden it's like sinners, but there's children
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what's
Yeah.
going on here?
Yeah.
It really got a little interesting at
Yeah.
points, man. And there was a lot of like heart. That's what I like when they can do this, when they can actually break down characters. And Stephen King does a good job of it in his books.
Sure.
And lately they've been doing a good job of it
Yeah.
in his actual show and his shows and movies that he's come out with. Right. So you could see the storylines inside storylines, stories inside the show. Like, you know what I mean? That's a little side note. Like, and that part, that was probably a little side piece, because he likes to write about actual characters. He doesn't like to write about the actual show, like the actual plot itself. He just likes to write. He likes individual characters, and he uses them throughout different things, right?
Yep.
And he builds those characters up through their life. So it's all in that same time frame. Castle Rock, Oregon, Maine, Portland. There's a lot of different,
East Coast. Yeah.
Maryland. Yeah, very, very, very
All
beautiful,
East
right?
Coast. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I like how he does that, because he always highlights his hometown, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's always something good. But yeah, that one there, I really appreciated it. Like I said, I like the Institute, but I think this one did more for me, because it's also a childhood movie that I used to love to watch, as horror movies, right?
Yeah.
So for them to break this down, which was
was
for
very
me,
cool.
it was
I liked it.
it was unbelievable. I'm not unbelievable, but it was really highly focused for me. I was dying for the next episode every fucking day for it to come out. After midnight, I'd be looking for it.
Yeah.
Right. That's how
Again,
before it even aired that day, I'm thinking it's 12 hours somewhere else. Maybe it aired over there, right? You know what I mean, trust me, dude.
But it goes
Gotta
to
love
show you,
those
I mean, like
VPNs.
all three of us had it on our list. So.
It was very good. It's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob, you're number 3.
Number 3 for me is Stranger Things.
Okay, so I put it at number 6.
Yeah.
You put it at number 3.
Yeah,
Okay,
at number 3. Yeah, I just for me, I think a lot of it has to do with the nostalgia of the 80s, which is the reason why I actually really like Stranger Things. Again, yes, everybody knows that I'm not really huge on the, Demogorgons and all this fantasy type normally, but this one,
I know. Dungeons and Dragons.
I know, but I think because of the fact with the 80s, like I'm just such an 80s kid that it really hit home
nostalgia
on a lot of shit. Yeah.
Also, it's about the characters first and foremost.
Sure it
not
is, yeah.
like it's about all of them joining forces to take out whatever.
Yeah.
It's more
And
about that. Yeah.
And it reminds me when I was a kid, we would go into the forest and we would, we'd make clubhouses and we'd play games in friends' basements and then go back on our bikes and it's just a lot of that shit was.
You were in the 80s and you actually were a decent age. You were older than me in the 80s.
Yeah.
So which is actually that's his peak. You know how we were talking about that
Yep.
in our movie review, Nico?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just pretty. It's pretty cool that way. Like, you can he can actually know because he's lived it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like,
that's why it hit home
yeah.
on a lot of the stuff was really cool. I really did. And then you know what? I did come around on the fact with the fantasy part, especially with the upside down world, and you know, it was very interesting. I did get a little, like, I know people were complaining here and there a little bit. So, and I mean, I really didn't want to complain anything about it. The only thing that maybe confused me a bit was when all of a sudden they were saying about how there was this centerpiece where you have your up and then you're upside down, but then there's the break in the middle. I was a little okay, like,
Yeah.
So
why wasn't that
wormhole.
on the earlier? Yeah, that wormhole. Why was it you were able to go through, you know, Eddie's trailer and jump right into where was that wormhole before?
We were talking about this a little bit when we were together. They definitely were adding a lot of things in the final hour of the show where you're just like, you know what, you didn't really need to. They were overdoing it a little bit.
That was a little.
Yeah.
They could have just, if they had just cut that part out, I would
agree.
have been fine with that. You know, I didn't care about. I mean, from what was it, season 1 or season 2? I guess it was, because Will was more in season 2 when he came back. We already knew he was gay because he already said it.
Exactly.
Mike already said just because you don't like girls doesn't mean we don't.
Right.
You know,
the fact that they drew it out is what made it ridiculous.
Yeah, it just drew it out a little bit.
Let's bring everybody here for this reveal.
Exactly. Everybody come. I gotta talk to you. Yeah. I mean, and the reason why I guess he got the courage was because of what's her name, Robin.
Yeah,
which is cool. Like I said, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
quick, get it over with. Okay, let's move on. Let's fight these fuckers, and you know.
Right.
But yeah, it was the last episode for me.
Same.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. It still gives you that if down the road, if they do want to make a 6th season, or you know, like, or even like a special edition, they could say that maybe she wasn't dead, and you know, there's always, at least the way they left it hanging was good.
It's always possible the way they exactly. Yeah, I really like that.
There
as
is
a
no 100%.
Where the kid came up with the theory, because it felt like a fan theory, like everyone's been sharing, right? It was like, well, what if it happened this way? And we've seen it happen before. We've seen Hopper come back from the dead. We've seen other people on this show come back from the dead that were dead. The only thing I'll say I was disappointed by, now that we're talking about characters that came back and whatever, I'm really upset. Yeah, I'm really upset Eddie didn't come back.
I was hoping Eddie was going to come back.
Yeah, as like an undead person or something. I was really disappointed that Eddie didn't come back because he was such a fan favorite. But I'm glad they stuck to their guns. They're like, no, he's dead. And like, that was the thing. This show was not afraid to do that throughout the series, right?
Yeah.
So,
for sure. Well, yeah, I mean, hell, look, I saw that there was one thing where they were showing all the, you know, the people that were killed off, like with, you know, with Eddie and then Billy.
Billy, the brother,
and the brother Bob,
Sean Astin, Bob, the Brain, all kinds of people.
Yeah, right? So
no, good stuff. I agree. It deserves to be in this list. It was still very good, but
I thought it was great.
That's the thing. The only complaints that anybody I feel could legitimately have is just small like nitpicks because you're a fan of the show so much. You're like, oh, I wish they did 100%. More with this, or they didn't do this, and I just think that I don't like that aspect of people picking things apart. Sometimes you just got to enjoy things for what they are, right? Be like,
when that last episode aired, dude. The internet was just chock full of critics, man. It was ridiculous.
Then the most ridiculous thing was all the theorists a week later were like, "There's going to be a secret episode that drops
on the 12th," and on that. Yeah, I know.
And then it came and went, and people were pissed. Like anybody who actually believed that bullshit, I was like, "Come on, guys, why wouldn't they promote this?" Right? I'm like, seriously, Anyways, good pick, Rob.
That was number 3.
Okay, mine is The Studio, season 1. We talked about it earlier. You mentioned it, that you'd never seen it before. Sweeping award season, won all kinds of awards this year.
Golden Globes,
and was a comedy, and it's created by Seth Rogen, who I like, and Hollywood. I will say, like shows about Hollywood. That's like, it's definitely getting some acclaim just because of that, because it's a show about making movies. The guy runs a studio. Seth Rogen is the main character in this that runs a studio, and the episodes really focus on the ins and outs and what's wrong currently with the movie business, essentially. But that's what was good about it, because amongst all the guest star people that popped up in it, like with little cameos from like Martin Scorsese all the way down the line to Ron Howard, like there was all these people that were like making appearances that aren't necessarily people that act in a lot of stuff, but they work in the business. I really like the episodes that were focusing on the movie stuff, that like even with streaming services, and even like we were talking about it earlier, how studios try to like align it for certain audiences and stuff like that. So like they talked about all of that stuff in this show. It's really just a reflection of the business currently. And it was very like raw and truthful in moments about that. They were trying to like,
that was good.
Yeah, it is very good. It really does deserve the awards, the hype that it's getting. But is it overhyped? Maybe a little bit, possibly, and that's why it's at my number 3. But it's because Hollywood loves shit about Hollywood. They get off with that. They love shit about Hollywood. They're like, look at how good we are. And they're like jerking it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, come on.
You know what's funny? They're using almost like as a promotion for that thing is like that skip the dishes when Seth Rogen goes, you could have just skipped the dishes. Like they were going to film something. And I've seen commercials like that during the football game.
Like forget about it. They got all the skip the
They're
dishes.
just trying to ride this energy. Right.
But yeah,
you know, they did that with like a John Hamm at one point, right? Too, the same thing, right? They just ride the wave.
Regardless, it was a very funny and good show. So yeah, and
people have said highly think good things about it too. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it.
It's good. I just want to reference a couple of the things that definitely I like I said, it is a little overhyped, and it also is getting a lot of acclaim for certain reasons, but that's not to say that it's not good. Like that's why I kind of wanted to make that clear. I always try to address some of the talk about shows on my critique about it, because I just want to say I it's not that I don't know that I'm hearing these things, but it's like this is my opinion on it, and that's right. So there you go. Go ahead, Jay. Your number 3. Sorry, 3. Yeah,
number 3. So what fell on my number 3 this year? What fell on my number 3 because these are okay. I gave it a lot because I really enjoyed it. But I picked Pluribus. Pluribus. I can never fucking say the name.
Yeah, I know.
Pluribus.
I'm just learning to spell convenience. You know, I never thought I needed to use I before E except after C, motherfucker. I keep having to use that. I hate that my teachers have to remind me that, but that they were right. But no, what an amazing show. Another one with a twisted plot about kind of like the end of the world. This is where like not even so much the end of the world, but the start of a new type of weird world. It's a virus that's taken over and making everybody in a state of bliss.
It's kind of like the Severance of this year in a way too, in terms of like a high concept sci-fi kind of show. Like it's different definitely in terms of like the setup.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I watched it. I love Vince Gilligan. He's the guy who created Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, which you still have not seen any of those, have you?
Breaking Bad, I have.
Okay, but Better Call Saul, you haven't.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Excellent. Just as good, if not better. Some people say, honestly, it's really good. But the woman that's his girlfriend is the star in Better Call Saul, is the star of this show. Like she's he created this show for her after working with her in Better.
Nice.
Better Call Saul,
What's a dystopian sci-fi? What is dystopian?
Dystopian means that it's
dystopian. Sorry.
Yeah, it's in the future when like society, like some shit like that. It's like it's how there's like post-apocalyptic, like there's dystopian, which is like again in the far-flung future where something happens to the world or society, which is what happens in this show essentially, right? Like
it's like an artificial bliss, bro. Like I mean, like it's so weird, dude. If people were this happy, you know what?
I haven't seen it.
It's a happy world.
Do you want to give the elevator pitch for it? Basically, I don't know. It's one of those shows you don't want to see.
I'm gonna give it just a story, a quick storyline. But I mean, it's a world overtaken by a forced happiness.
Yeah.
Right. Carol Sturcker, that's the chick, and she's one of the immune few. There's a few immune people, right, to this disease. So
something
they must
happens
uncover
to
what's
all
really
of
going on.
humanity, essentially,
Okay.
that she's not affected by, and so is several other people in the world like that.
Okay.
I mean, they literally just woke up to this the next day.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's very.
It is on my list because you have been talking.
It grabs you, bro.
Yeah.
It grabs you by the fucking balls, man. And
Like
it holds on to you
Severance,
that whole
you
season.
need to know. You need answers. Like you need to know what the hell is going on,
Okay.
and it strings you
Interesting.
along. Like, and the more you learn about it, the more interesting it gets in the show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
You know, and Vince Gilligan is doing amazing. He's got another one coming out too. I think he's got another show or a movie that he's gonna be tagging in on. Yeah, I just read something about it earlier, and when it popped up, where's this fucking thing on here?
Well, I don't use this word lightly. I honestly think he's a genius. Like, he is a fantastic writer and creator. I'll check anything out he does. Vince Gilligan, the creator of Breaking Bad. He's just very intelligent. Just like the way that he structures his shows and I honestly do think like he's a creative genius in terms of like his shows that he's done. So I think he's great.
He's done numerous too. Like we can go all day about stuff he's done. Everything from fucking
X-Files back in the day. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything from X-Files to to Breaking Bad.
You know the story behind that, right? That's how he met what's his name, Bryan Cranston. He did an episode of the X-Files as a guest star.
Okay.
And he wrote that episode, and Bryan Cranston was the guest star on it. And he made such an impression on him that he never forgot him. Later on, that he created that show with him in mind, Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and it turned his career into like something it never was, like that show. Like, he was the dad.
Well, he was only going to go so far and Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, but still bring him back, and he's still on it.
I know. Yeah. So.
Oh, dude, yeah. You remember when they had that used to have to shave his back, the mother?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the best.
Yeah, but
yeah, no, they've already signed it for a season 2. That's already coming back out, right? So that's in 2026. So hopefully we'll get it this year. Not like everything else where it just doesn't come out.
I agree.
I feel like
I get you well.
I think we will, because I think it's something that he's been working on for a long time.
Yep.
Now, and it's not really that hard, and there's a lot of futuristic sort of things that they're trying to do now, like with drones and stuff like that, which is pretty cool, Rob. I think you might think that's pretty neat about it.
I think you like it, Rob. It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely is on my list. Like I said, some things just takes me longer to I finally got, because he's been telling me about this, hers, or
the world wants to make you happy, bro. That's all they want to do is make you happy.
Well, I'll
just like me.
I'm sorry, Carol. We just need some time.
We just need some time, bro. That killed me, dude. We just need some time. You're too much of a bitch right now. Like, literally, there was the nicest way for them to say it.
Yeah. So
right?
Okay,
sounds good.
I loved it.
Good pick. All right, go ahead, Rob. You're number 2.
Number 2 for me was Landman.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's all about Billy Bob Thornton. His comments and little snarks and quick snippets.
Are you shitting me?
He is, and his quick comebacks. Like, it just like I still see it actually online every once in a while, where they have the quick snippet of when he takes that chick, the lawyer Rebecca, out to the the Winfields at first, and he tries to explain what she was saying about how about green energy with the windmills, and that's exactly what he says. Are you shitting me? He says, do you know how bad these really are, and how much diesel fuel it takes for them to build, like to bring it in and build it, and then how much it just breaks everything. Like, he's just so quick-witted. Like, I love his comments. And now with Sam Elliott, and then his little banters back and forth with his dad. They just with everybody, how he complains about like when his phone rings, like the monster scene, like on the phone, like when his wife calls, it's like that. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. It's just all that sort of shit.
But why? She's like half naked all the time, man. Like, come on. I would love to stare at those tits all day.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying she's wild, that one. Like, I know.
Yeah.
No, she's hot. Don't get me wrong. I like her. She's just like she's she's out of you don't know where she's gonna go. Like
No.
like honestly.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. So
That's
but
like
definitely-
menopause at its finest, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
and all the different dinner parties, right? That's like
Oh
it's
yeah.
fucking crazy, man. Oh, I didn't have time today, so
It's
it's
Mexican
baseball.
night.
So it's all hot dogs today, you
Yeah,
know, 'cause
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
baseball day or something. you know?
Taco night.
Yeah.
You're right though. It's all about his one-liners on that show though. The fact that
Love
he
him.
says, "Are you shitting me?" every episode, like and just like he's just literally going from place to place, getting dragged around by his tail, like having to put out all these fires, right? Or it's like everyday life.
Exactly.
The whole show is just him on the road dealing
Exactly.
with
And that's why
bullshit.
I was saying that.
Stress.
I was saying that to Michelle. I was like, how many kilometers he puts on that damn truck and then flying and you got to go here, you got to go there. And
Andy
exactly.
Garcia
All
was a
fires.
good addition this season too. I like Andy Garcia being added on.
I do too, actually. Yeah. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind him. I like him.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was always good in Ocean's 11 too.
Yeah,
Ocean's,
excellent. Excellent in those
actually, he was in all three of them. Actually,
yeah. That's he kept coming back. He actually helped them in the last one, right?
In the last one, yeah, exactly. He did. Yeah.
He's part of the
helped them and tried to screw them over.
That's
at the
true.
end. At the same
Always,
time,
that's
and then
his
he got
way.
screwed over.
Yeah.
No, but you knew it was gonna be good as soon as you see how it opens up.
Oh,
and then from there. But yeah,
I gotta say,
coming up for me.
I gotta say, we
have so
actually
much to
didn't
talk
mention. Yeah, we didn't actually mention her at all. I feel like Demi Moore, she's been getting annoying, the character, anyways.
Yeah.
Like in this season, I think her acting's fine, but she's just that character's annoying me now.
It is,
Like,
and that's what I found too. I just found that with her, it was more like it's like all of a sudden, it's like where is all this greed coming from? Like it's just you have a guy that's been with your company for basically all your life, it would seem, and if he's telling you, "Listen, this is the way it should be going,"
right?
You fucking listen to him, right?
Like you're left in a dumpster fire of a fucking situation, like
Well, I mean, I think too, he also didn't want to involve his wife in the shit that he was doing, right? So I mean, I understand that point, but I mean, you're not going to get a Demi Moore. You're not going to get a striptease Demi Moore anymore. You're not going to get that type. She's going to come in for a scene or two. She's too big of an actress right now. They're going to pay her big money for the things that she does. And there's not like just kind of like Substance in that sense, where she's not that young one anymore. Now she's got to figure out what the fuck to do with her.
No, I get her position. There was that whole.
And she's well renowned.
There was that whole scene with her and the younger people that were just on the arms of those other oil men that she had to like tell off in this season, which was a great moment.
That was a good one.
She whipped her dick out at some points, bro, and it's like, here we go.
No, but there's a certain point, like you said, like she shouldn't be doing that to Billy Bob, who's only had her best interest at heart like this whole time, right? Like, so I think it's just like the lawyer said it the best when he went to visit her in that last episode.
I was going to say that,
He was just like, listen, I got his back. He doesn't always agree with what he does. He's like, but I'm going to resign now because Monty set up this
business
to fail, and you're fucking everything up. Like there's a reason why you did it.
There's a reason why money was
hidden.
Yeah. And now you're like, and she's the one that made the ties with the fucking mob guy. Like
I know
Billy Bob had to fucking go up under her just to get like out of that situation. Like, you know what I mean? Now he's in cahoots with
He's got her. Yeah, he's got into her head a little bit. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
He's got into her head, Andy Garcia. He but I mean, this man, that's I keep wanting. I want to talk, but
well, you might talk about it in a moment. So I'll be very quick now.
Go ahead.
I'll be very quick. I also have Pluribus as my number 2. Yours was 3.
Nice.
I'm number 2.
Nice.
Again, I talked it up when he was chatting about it purposely just to make this part a little quicker. Great. My favorite new show of the year, hands down. Like I'm actually looking at my list. I actually had 4 shows that were new seasons this year, like new shows, and 6 of them that weren't. So I'm kind of glad about that because I was kind of worried that it was just going to be all repeat new seasons of shows. But my favorite new show of the year, just super interesting, really well done. Like I said, Vince Gilligan, great creator. And I needed to get this next season as soon as possible because it just like it left me with so many.
I'm definitely gonna have to check that out then. Yeah,
for sure. It's very good. It's very good. It's just very unique and different, especially from everything that he's worked on so far that we've seen in terms of like his Breaking Bad post career. Like even Better Call Saul was still in that same vein, but just more of like a drama without less of the crime stuff.
Sure.
Like in terms of like the cartels. But this was very different, very like hard sci-fi, but not to the point where like it's like you said, like it's not like hard fantasy, hard sci-fi where it's like spaceships and all this other shit, but there is some of that kind of like weird shit going on in the background.
Okay,
so
that sounds good, man. I like it.
Anyways, JT, I guess you're number 2. Mine was Pluribus.
Yeah. I am gonna go with my number 2, which I have here. I was gonna switch it because I still wanted to talk about that, and then maybe move those 2 around. But Dexter Resurrection.
One of the shows I didn't get to watch this year. I know. I have it on my list. I didn't get to watch it. I wanted to.
This is like fucking 8 years in the making, dude. I actually have in that drawer there. Okay, in my drawer, the whole fucking DVD collection of Dexter.
I bought you one years ago. You remember? I bought you one as a gift.
Yeah. My dad started me off with it, and that was the last time I watched DVDs. That's when I had first lost my license, I think, bro. And I would just sit with the little DVD player in the car, and I'd be watching like the Dexters, like the whole series, right? I'd be running through it.
Wow.
But I've been waiting for this for so long because they've had spin-offs. They've had, his origin story, like certain things like that. They've had New Blood, which is him talking about his son, right?
Yeah. This is why I didn't watch it, by the way. The one I decided not to watch is apparently the best one. I hated all those spinoffs. They were terrible, and the ending of the Dexter original series sucked, in my opinion.
But the way the way it ends off, trust me, man, it's really fucking really gets complicated. It's a crazy world of the Dexter, of the Morgan family. That's what I like to say, because there was that one series with them and him and with
in Alaska
with the father. But with him, New Blood was in Alaska. Yeah, that was a little different. But the one with Christian Slater as the father, right, raising him and teaching him how to channel that, and when he was the cop at that time, right, and now you got everything from the cops that work, because remember in the last Dexter he was dead, right? But he still has a son. There's a lot of stuff that happened in the original Dexter series that did carry on through the other ones, but they just weren't able to sort of piece them together similar. Now they finally, I think, came around. It's just weird seeing him a lot older. He's not that fit person that he was when he was doing Dexter, the original Dexter, right? And I mean, we all age, obviously. Fuck.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right? You know what I mean? If I'm talking about when I watched Dexter, that was 20 years ago. When I started to, I think the original one came out in, if I'm not mistaken, in 2006.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
So that's 20 years, dude. Yeah, it's a fucking trip when you realize how long but it ended in 2013. Yeah. But you haven't really had much, and this year they came out with that Dexter and this one here, Dexter Resurrection, and I am so down. They've already confirmed the next season. So I can't wait, to be honest with you.
I was looking around to remember what I watched this year, and this was on a lot of people's lists for this year. Like a lot of people really like this new show. Yeah, which is
there was so much anticipation, man. It had to play out right.
I'm just surprised because how many times have they gone back to the well and they've told these different stories in this series in different spinoffs, yet they still were able to find success at this point in time that bigger than they ever had, or just close to how big the original show was, like in terms of like.
And remember, these aren't like they don't have like a Star Wars name, a Star Trek name, or something like that. Right. They don't have that sort of backing. Where they can.
It still is. It's a franchise at this point. They've had how many shows? It's like a third one.
Now Dexter, this is now a franchise. But when it didn't have a franchise from 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, you know what I mean? Like that has carried on through generation and generation and generation.
These are based on books, you know that, right? This is a book series.
It is a novel series, right? Yeah. No, I know. But I never read the books, obviously. Come on, Nico. But I know because I hear that type of little like information. I either get I either get it from you.
Yeah.
Those like if it's a book or comic, I get it from you or my old man, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys are the two people I like. Him not so much anymore because he needs glasses and it's just hard to read. But
Yeah.
at the end
Are you
of the
talking
day,
about Rob or?
no, not you. No, you
No,
still
I
read like a fucking champ, bro.
All right, so
But,
that's your number
yeah.
2.
That was my number 2. Yeah,
Nice.
that was
All
my
right.
number 2.
Go ahead, Rob.
Number 1.
Yeah.
My number 1 was The Pit.
I just started watching this the other fucking day. You were telling me this about this around the holidays. I was waiting for you to bring it up. Very good. Christine went ahead and watched the rest of it without me.
The Pit is unbelievable. Like this for me, like I've been listening to how you guys have been saying about how you just you can't wait till that next episode. Like you're just like, is it like midnight? Can I like? And that's the way it is for me with The Pit.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable, and it's actually been people have been like real doctors and surgeons have been interviewed, and they said that this is pretty much the closest, like it's bang on, like it's real shit that there's no bullshit here.
I normally don't like hospital procedural type shows, and
neither do I usually.
It's true. I was watching it, and I did pick up on a lot of actual references to things that I feel like aren't in other medical shows. Like
100%.
I mean, I don't work in the ER setting, but like it just there is noticeable things, and also talk about other disciplines other than the doctors. Like there's other people there, like the charge nurse and the social worker, and like I was like, oh, so they're actually acknowledging other healthcare workers on the show too, which is interesting, right?
And the seasons have like 24-hour.
That's the coolest.
Well, and that's what I was just about to say. I was just about to say that like with season 1, it's like episode 1 is 7 a.m.
first hour.
Episode 2 is 8 a.m. And that's
a shift for them.
Is a shift, a full shift. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I would definitely hands down. That is definitely
it's
my favorite.
Won Emmys already.
I couldn't add it to my list because I literally I'm like halfway through the first season, and the season 2 just started.
I didn't get to finish it either.
It is very good. You're right. I gotta get it.
It really is. It's got me hooked. Like where I can't wait for that next episode.
You know that fell into one of those.
Don't be surprised if it's on my list next year because there's a season happening right now, season 2. Don't be surprised if you see it on my list next year.
That's the thing too, right? Like I mean, this is going to be one of those ones that if you like that kind of stuff, there's other ones that are similar to that too that are really. You know, they had brilliant minds, which I was telling you about. That was with that's another one that's very similar, and another one called Best Medicine. The stuff that they start showing now on television too is so much more. They get away with so much more. Like I mean, like
I can't go down that. Like I'll stick with this, and that'll be it. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know. I'm just saying, like if Rob likes that.
The only other one, but I think this one's from the creator of ER. That's why this one's apparently very good. Like I think some of the people that were involved with ER were involved with this one. And the only one I really ever watched, I didn't really watch ER. The only one I ever really watched was House. Like I liked House a lot.
Yeah.
Like that.
But that's for Hugh. That's for
Hugh
what's
Laurie.
his name? Yeah,
Exactly.
Hugh Laurie. It was funny.
So
good
pick.
But no, it really is like some of the stuff that you actually see real guts, like real like it's.
Dude, that one chick in that episode in this first season, she had the fork through her nose. I was like, what the fuck? She fell on the stairs.
Wait till you see some of this shit in season 2.
Oh, I bet.
Like or the end of season 1. Like there's some shit.
Oh, because the mass casualty at the concert thing with the gunshot wounds.
Like,
there's
some whack. I was just like, damn, this is fucking good.
Yep.
So that's my number 1. Yep.
Good pick.
He was in ER. That's the thing too. The actor
and that was the other thing too. My sister actually asked me that whether it was a continuation of ER because Noah Wyle was in ER as well. But I asked Mish about that, and she said no because she's watched ER. I
think that some of the creators of the show though are involved in this show.
They are involved, but they couldn't do a continuation because I guess in ER he had just started out. He was a med student or whatever. Where I thought this might be like where he's now. Been he runs his own.
This is the lead of the show, the guy who's the lead of ER. Oh, okay, he's good. I don't really know him.
Yeah, he was in ER. So,
okay.
Noah Wyle.
Noah Wyle.
I think his name.
Noah Wyle. Yeah. But it's not a continuation. They wanted to do it as
That's what I heard. Yeah.
But I think whoever the creator of ER was, the estate wouldn't allow them to continue it as a spin-off or whatever, right? So that's why they just started it new and they just called it The Pit. Yeah. So,
okay. Good pick.
Okay.
Mine is one that has not been mentioned at all tonight, and by the sounds of it will not be mentioned because I think we know what JT's number one here, and we could talk about it some more to close out the show. I'm surprised actually this didn't get. I mean, I'm not, because there's so many shows you watch, Jay, so I understand. But I know we were kind of both like going on about this show the other day. That's Peacemaker season 2. I absolutely love this show. I'm really saddened to hear that it's probably not going to come back for another season because James Gunn recently talked about using him in some other aspect. Like, so he's going to use him in another show somewhere. Like he might, go into one of his other films, or this is the show that Rob, if you're unfamiliar with it, he's he's a superhero. It's a DC Comics show. He was in the Suicide Squad movie that James Gunn did. And but he's more of like a vigilante, like he's like a Punisher, like he's basically he rides the line of being a bad guy and a good guy in the sense, but he's actually like a really good person, but he also is like a super violent fucking like he'll kill people, this guy, like so and it is a hard R, this show. Like it is like a hard R. It's basically in the same vein of The Boys. If you like The Boys type of humor, then like a dark humor and like hardcore type of like stuff that happens in it, this is in the same vein. Like, so for all you guys out there who may not like comic book movies or like that stuff normally, I would definitely recommend checking out Peacemaker. Like I said, they may not do another season of it. John Cena, the ex-wrestler who's been acting for a long time now, plays this character. It just inspired casting. I don't know why this show is as good as it. Every time I watch it, I'm like, this show should not be this fucking good. I'm amazed every time I watch it. It's so fucking funny.
That's good.
It's so out there, and it got super comic nerdy this season too in a little bit. Like there was all this multiverse stuff happening in this season, and I can't even get into what happens with that, but it's crazy. Like there was an end of one of the shows that like they went so crazy. Like I'm like, oh my god, the way it ended. Jay, remember when she's running down the street?
Yeah.
So anyways, like it is so funny and so enjoyable and so good. And I really hope he gets to play this character forever. I hope he finds other ways to incorporate him into the DC universe, which I'm sure he will, because James Gunn
working on for sure.
Yeah, James Gunn is in the like they've already referenced him in Superman. Yeah, he's directing it. Like he's overseeing all the creative control of the DC universe stuff for the movies now. So I think this is for like Rob, like I was telling you, for all the people that don't usually like the comic book stuff. If you like things like The Boys, if you like things that are a little outside of the norm in terms of superhero stuff, I think you'd really like this. Because again, at the end of the day, it's about the characters. The characters are fantastic on this show.
They're the ones that move on.
Yeah. So it's like he has a group of friends basically that are all these other characters in the show. But they all have they're all like part of government agencies and like all this other stuff. So good stuff. I really love this show. And
what's his father's name? What's his father again?
His father is the guy T2 from Terminator. The guy, you remember the Terminator 2? The guy who's the actor who's the metal like Terminator, that one,
the liquid one.
Yeah.
Patrick something. Patrick.
I can't remember his name.
He was on Sons of Anarchy, I think, too, at some point, if I'm not mistaken.
And he's older in this one, I think.
He's older, yeah. He plays a white.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
His father is a white, like, supremacist, essentially, in this show. And I
think I've seen him play a character like that somewhere else.
He has before. He has. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, he's really good at it. Yeah. That's not Patrick Bateman. That's American Psycho. I think it's Patrick something. I'll look it up. Go ahead, Jay. You're number one.
Peacekeeper, dude, and John Cena can dance, bro.
Come
on, that's where the WWE stuff comes in. That's where like that whole acting and stuff comes in. How they do those intros, like those opens, right? Those are awesome. Wow. I always thought those were awesome. Yeah, no, I know none of those superhero movies made my list this year, but
Robert Patrick. That's his name. Sorry, go ahead.
Robert Patrick. Yeah. Landman. Sorry, guys. That's my number one pick right now. Yeah.
it's got everything I want to see, and this is the way the world works. And really, this is more realistic than like in the futuristic sort of sense. This is how oil works. This is basically breaking it down and how it runs the fucking world and how they do things. And and you know, there is some illegal stuff going on, guaranteed, like they're doing here at this Mexico and borderline stuff, and how you got the cartel that runs through there, and they build the highways, they lease the land, and they fucking they underneath the land. It's just it's crazy how the world works. And then you see this season, and you know, you get a little bit of second season here, and you get a little bit of Billy Bob and his dad's interactions, and now you start to see a little bit more of his family, and you get the softness of his son, like the innocence of his son, and the hotness of his daughter and his wife. And the awkwardness. It must be so cool to live in that fucking house, I'll tell you that much.
Geez,
Bro, those guys have such a hard time doing work in that house. Like,
dude, if you were the lawyer, you're the lawyer, and you're looking out the back window at the pool at any given moment, and they're doing like stretching. Like, I mean,
the stripper shows up and she's like,
I know,
but dude, then they bring the old people
dead.
to the
I'll go
strippers,
jump
bro.
it.
They bring the old people like gifts, like that. They do these innocent things. They do these like selfless things too. I know she seems like she can be such a high maintenance bitch, the wife, right? Like she leaves him with a boner on in the middle of the day after he just popped a fucking Viagra. You know what I mean? Like little stupid things like that are fucking hilarious to me. That dark comedy and that humor is just something that goes a long way, especially with the seriousness and the well-renowned acting of Billy Bob Thornton, and to throw in Sam Elliott into the mix that literally looks like it could be his fucking father in real life, right? And the innocence of that character Sam Elliott plays in this one, because he usually plays a hard ass, right? Like, I mean, but this one is a little bit more softer spoken, different type, you know. You know what I mean?
You'd have to tell me if this is true or not, but I heard them talking about it on some other show, I feel like, and they mentioned that basically the fact that they made that character sit in the pool in this one with like the hip issues was like was payback for him, because apparently he fucked up his like hip in the filming of that other show that he was in. Is that true? Like apparently his character either hurt himself in the show, or it actually happened while filming like that 18 whatever show he was in, the other show with
I mean, it's possible, bro. I mean, he's up there too in age, right? I mean, some of these guys don't really have to do much moving around, right?
That's what I heard, that they were basically just making his character sit like that so he didn't have to do too much, because he got injured on the set of the other show that he did with Taylor Sheridan. That's probably not the reason they actually did it, but they were saying like it's funny how that happened. Like they're like, oh yeah, they probably just made him sit on his ass for half of this because of that, right? Because half the time he's just in the pool in this season,
or sitting in the chair, or
So
but yeah, he's an old man, dude. He's up there right now. I was just
Sam Elliott's really.
I'm just want to see if that was something as a case that you were saying.
I just Googled it. I got it. Actor Sam Elliott sustained 2 torn hip tendons, which won't heal from filming 1883.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there you go. It added to previous physical issues, leading to a visible limp. So that is why he wrote his character like this in this season. There you go.
Wow, that's fantastic.
He's openly discussed his body failing him at 80 years old and feeling the effects of physical demands from the show.
Oh, no shit.
Dude, 80 years old, you're still acting, man.
A fall and strenuous work on the series 1883 caused significant damage. He walks now with a noticeable limp. I thought he was just acting in this fucking show. Apparently it's like legit, and they're just working around that. That's what I heard. See, so what I heard was true. Okay, so there you go.
He's been in so much stuff. I think he was even in that Patrick Swayze movie back in the day, Roadhouse.
Sure he was.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, he's been in this.
He was also in The Ranch. That was fantastic.
Oh, the one with Kelso, right? From
That was, dude. You want to talk about sarcastic
comments,
quick comebacks? Watch The Ranch, dude. He is fantastic in that.
Okay. Yeah. I always liked Sam Elliott. He was also in
Gettysburg, eh?
Big Lebowski. or Fargo or He's in those guys' movies a lot. Coen Brothers. He showed up a lot in those. He was really good. Good voice for an actor. Yeah. So
I think that's what he was using in his Gettysburg. He was in Gettysburg Address, that the 2025. I don't know if that was a movie or if it's a television show.
Well, he's still doing his thing. He was great in this season. So there you go. It's not stopping him. So
document.
Okay. So there you go. Those are our top 10 favorite TV shows of 2025, guys, including some extras for honorable mentions. Good year of television, though. Good stuff, obviously. And I learned a lot about other shows from you guys here. So it looks like the only two, Jay, you didn't have Stranger Things on your list, right?
No.
Okay, so it looks like the only two that was on both of our lists was Landman and what is it? No, not Pluribus. He didn't watch it. Or in Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry. Yeah. Although it seems like most of me and Rob's picks were actually the same. Just
I noticed that.
Yeah, very interesting. So
because I think you had it at 8, I had it at 7 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, let's go through them. Let's go through them here. You want to say your list from 10 to 1 once again, Rob? We'll do the
Nico wants to see if I have my list. That's what he wants to do. You can go from 15 if you like.
What the hell's my list?
Look, see? There you go.
Oh shit, my bad. Hang on now. I should have had it ready to go.
Dude, you know how much stuff I don't have? Like I didn't put it, just I couldn't have it. Nico, I had doubles for everything.
You can't add everything, all right?
I know. It was so hard, bro. I had doubles of everything. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, look, we almost fucking talked for 3.
I could have done 30 shows.
Great discussion.
I could have done 30.
A lot of great talk, though. Yep. I didn't know we were going to go this long. Good stuff. Go ahead.
Okay, so number 10 was The Institute. Number 9 was The Bear. 8 was It, Welcome to Derry. Then Severance. Then Paradise. Reacher, Mobland, Stranger Things, Landman, and then The Pit.
Mine was Task season 1. It Welcome to Derry season 1 and Landman. No, was that where I put it? Yeah. Landman season 2.
You sound like me yesterday.
Landman season 2, White Lotus season 3, Stranger Things season 5. Coming at number 5, number 4. Sorry, that was number 6. Number 5 is The Bear season 4. Number 4 is It's Always Sunny season 17. Number 3, The Studio season 1. Number 2, Pluribus season 1, and number 1, Peacemaker season 2. Go ahead, Jay.
I had Primeval, which was my number 10. Came in as my number 10. Yellow Jackets. I told you it's squeezed in there for my number 9 because I am anticipating it also for the new year. So. Will Trent, My Guilty Pleasure, came in at number 8. I think everybody should check that out. I'll be honest with you. The Last of Us came in at number 7. That's another one that's kind of anticipated if they're doing the 3rd season. I don't know if they're going to do it.
Rumblings that they might cancel it. Actually,
I know it doesn't have a release date. It's there. It's there on my app.
I think because season 2, like people hated it so much.
Such a flop. Yeah, in that sense. Yeah. Number 6, I got Strange New Worlds, a Star Trek adaptation.
Yeah.
So, number 5, I have Invasion, which is that British comedy there with the aliens. Number 4, I brought You Welcome to Derry there. That made it to my number 4. Number 3 was Pluribus.
There you go.
All right. Number 2 was Dexter Resurrection.
Yeah.
And number 1 was The Landman.
Nice.
Wow. Good list. Jay and I only had 2.
Dude, I couldn't do anything. I wanted friends and neighbors or fucking dude. There's all kinds of shit that I left out.
That show shit the bed at the end. Friends.
I feel like so too, man. Yeah. I mean, John Hamm was just putting himself in everything.
I really liked that show, and then the end was like so bad. Like I was just like, what the fuck?
But they have another season coming up.
I know. I'm surprised. I'm like, why?
This is John Hamm, bro. Come on.
And neither of you had Gen V, eh?
No, I didn't watch
I couldn't fit that in my list, bro. I couldn't fit Peacemaker.
I apparently, you know how they like tie into each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Gen V when the last season's about to come out of this year for boys. Boys is about to end this year. This is the last season.
Yeah,
year.
it is.
It's about to start. What do you mean in this in the next couple
it's
weeks
the last.
when it gets coming up?
It's the last season though.
Yeah,
so.
the series ends after this.
They're gonna end
So yeah, me and Rob, we had
we had
in the
quite a bit.
actual top 10, 1, 2, 3. Well, White Lotus, was that in your top 10 or
No, that was in my honorable mentions.
Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The Bear was
Yeah, the Bear.
4.
Welcome to Gary.
4. We had 4 in the top 10.
Stranger
But
Things. And
If we
Nightmare.
count honorable mentions, though, we had even more. Like, so we had 5.
And Jay, you didn't even have Tulsa Kings either, eh?
No, dude, I couldn't fit everything in there.
Yeah.
I have a lot of shows, right? But I
it was
wanted
in
to
my
pick
honorable
the stuff
mentions. Yeah.
You said the same
I
thing,
have-
though, Jay, that Rob said. You said this season hasn't been as great as other seasons. You did say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Tulsa Kings, it's
You know what I mean? I had doubles, like, because I really, those are the types that kind of felt like would fall in that same category, but I can't do that.
Let's not forget the year that we did a top 10 and he gave 2 picks for every fucking pick that he did. I don't know why I allowed that to go down.
Yeah.
But anyways, never again. As you can see, I told Rob, I'm like, we got to rein this fucking guy in today if he tries shit like that. Yeah.
The kind of, that's what I mean. When Nico says he watched a lot of movies of the season of the year, I mean, I've put a lot of hours into watching television.
I didn't talk about 60 fucking movies that I watched on the show the other day, though. I did.
No, I know. But that's what I thought about it. I thought, you know what? We kind of balance out. He does the movies, and that says that I am going nuts with the fucking television.
That's
It's
why
just
we're
how
doing
it works.
it. And that's why we're doing it. There you go.
It's almost like finger cuffs. So it's just about, bro.
That being said, Rob, please join us again. This is a great discussion about TV here. Our favorite shows of 2025. Thank you, everybody, for checking this out. I know it ran a bit long, but it was a great discussion here today. A lot of great suggestions for shows that you guys can get caught up on. I mean, I have a huge list now after this show myself. So there you go. I've just, and then there's more things to watch as always this next year. And make sure to watch our top 10 favorite movies episode that we put out as well as our ongoing coverage of the new Game of Thrones spinoff, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Anything else you want to leave? Yeah, that's been a lot of fun. Anything else you want to leave us with, Rob?
No, just happy to be here for the TV. I actually look forward to maybe doing some more TV stuff because, like I said, it's we definitely there's several that we have all watched together, but maybe
let's maybe check in every a couple of months, have a check-in of what we've been watching lately. I'd be game for that, and I know Jay would be as well. So
I want to hear some of Rob's real guilty pleasures because he has a lot of home hardware fucking shows that he watches.
Home improvement.
Home improvement and stuff like that. Whatever.
Hardware.
Whatever. I'm trying to promote a Canadian company. Yeah, I'm trying to promote a Canadian company there. Hey, go Canada.
Awesome.
No.
Yep. From St. Jacobs.
But yeah, there you go. So at the end of the day, you didn't mention any of those ones, and I thought for sure you'd have them in your guilty pleasures.
The other
you did watch a lot of television.
Oh, I did, and yes, I have a lot of home improvement shows that I do watch, and car shows, and even regular TV shows like the SVU, like the Law and Order, but it just.
No, you did it right, Rob. These are the type of shows that you should be talking about.
Like these ones are.
What's he gonna be? What's he gonna say, Jay? Hey, I watched Homes on Homes season 15. You know what I mean? Listen, guys, he made a really
Curse of Oak Island, dude. Ask him. He watches that too. I'm surprised.
I've heard him talk about it. I know.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
guilty pleasure. Yeah.
What's he gonna say? Hey guys, I was watching Pawn Shop Stars. Or, you know what I mean? Like, what do you want? Like this season was off the hook. You know?
Yeah. Bitch and Ride. Fantastic episode.
No,
37.
I tried to keep it in the 20.
I
tried to keep it in the 2025s. I was telling Rob, at least at my last my top 5, right?
Well, that's the thing too. Like that, the season numbers would be like season 23.
It would be. Well, even the Law and Order SVU is season 27 or something, I think, or 24.
Well, and then if he's going to talk about his Days of Our Lives, that's like season 230.
Not that one yet. No,
guys, Victor showed up this year. This season, he was.
It was like what that's like, bro. It's like a puppeteer, like what's it called? Weekend at Bernie's. They're holding him, carrying him around now because he's fucking.
The Phoenix, Mr. Phoenix. Yeah.
He's right.
No, never diss Victor. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's wrong with
Victor, haven't you died 10 times already?
Yeah. Yes, and I had several affairs.
That's right. And I fell down the elevator shaft.
That's why my mom still has cable. That's why my mom still has cable for that reason, dude.
Oh, shit.
All right.
1964, she's been watching this.
That was a good way to end out the show, guys. Yeah. So there you go. There you have it. Hope
we're not landing.
Make sure to check in back with us again. And hopefully, like I said, we'll keep this going and Rob will come back. We'll talk some more TV throughout the year, guys.
100%.
All right. There you go. You all heard it. Man. It's on the record. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. On the record. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out our other shows as always. Take care. Later, guys.
Later.
All right. Peace out.
Welcome to the show, everybody.